That was a hell of a first run. Appreciate y'all bearing with me. This is my inaugural first dungeon mastering session with TPK Roleplay. From here on out, you're probably going to hear me speak Southern because we are in a Western motifed high fantasy 5th edition one-shot specifically put on for TPK Roleplay. My name, as far as Twitch is concerned, is JK Madigan. But in the interest of everything I'm going to plug at the end, all of my social medias are all different anyway, so you'll figure out my name by the end of it. We're going to go ahead and introduce everybody. We're going to start up at the top right corner, work our way clockwise. Introduce your name, introduce your character's name, a little bit about your character, and yeah, let's just move around the circle. Say hi.
Cool. Hey guys, I'm Dev Develops, and I'm going to be playing Tilly, the Warforged Cleric. So yeah.
What's up, guys? My name's Turk. I'll be playing Reverend Ferngrove, the Wood Elf Bard.
Hey y'all, I'm Bryan, and I'll be playing Gary Stu. It's T-E-W, not S-T-U. And pleasure to meet y'all.
Howdy, I'm Nerdwardo, and I'll be playing Rilton, the Circle of the Shepherd Druid.
Very nice. Well, it's good to meet all four of you. And you all four are about to meet a whole bunch of folks that nobody's seen before. At least not here. Because where we are at currently is a desert without a name. Nobody travels through it, nobody really cares to, and anybody who has traveled through it is either a liar or didn't live to tell the tale. Now, you all weren't necessarily traveling through, maybe around the outskirts, maybe, moving even a little further away, spending time in a town locally nearby. But you're all familiar with the existence of this desert. Not much past that. Nobody lives out there, it's all empty. But you are all at a loss for the last, questionable amount of time. Whether that be a couple hours, whether that be a day or two. You don't really know. What you do know is that all four of you wake up on packed sand, brush moving past y'all, and water hitting your faces. A bucket lands on the ground as cold water strikes all of you, waking you up on your backs in the sand on the outskirts of a town that none of you have ever seen before. The individual who's standing above you is human. He is brown hair, a little bit older. You're looking mid-40s, well-tanned, well-built. Nothing too crazy. It seems like an average folk, but this is all news to you. As he looks down at the four of you and he goes, "What's got y'all out here?"
Was laying out at the bar last night. What? Who are you? I knew I was drinking. Didn't think I was drinking this much.
Oh,
Let's look around.
well, you weren't drinking at any tavern near here. If you were drinking, you must have wandered quite a ways. I ain't seen your face before. My name's Matthew Pritchard.
Gary, pleasure to meet you, sir.
Good to meet you, Gary. What about the rest of you folk?
Well, they call me a lot of names. You just call me really, like my folks do.
And he kind of looks at you for a sec, and it takes a minute to try to interpret before he continues. Yeah, but good to meet you.
Oh, pleasure right here. Don't worry about that.
Yeah. Waits to see if there's any other introductions for a moment.
Should we introduce ourselves?
Well, he asked for it. If you were looking for names, trying to figure out who y'all were.
Well, Rilton, do you want to go first?
I suppose, hello, my name is Rilton. I'm confused. I don't understand what I'm doing out here.
Hello, Tilly here. Also confused, not my name, just the feeling.
Well, good to meet you both. Confusion's not too uncommon around the folks who end up wandering in here. Strangely enough, you're not the first. But we'll see more of that once we get in. Why don't you come into town? At least get something to clean y'all up. You're dusty as hell.
Really, I reckon we're more muddy now due to all that water.
No, it's no trouble. It's just mighty airish about, so good splash of water, good. A little tea on the tongue would be great.
Well, we'll get something. I don't know if I can't say I've ever had tea close to here, but we got black coffee. We got a whole lot of alcohol. So, follow me on in. Besides, you came on a good day. Good couple of days, frankly. And he begins as you kind of helps y'all up and starts walking you into town as you guys are conversing. What you're looking at once you gain your bearings, the town is relatively small. It is one major road. There is a thoroughfare that goes straight through it. Again, packed earth. You were sitting in the center of that road on one edge of town. The town itself tees a little bit. Another road at 90 degrees, cutting through it. A couple different spots. One relatively tavern-esque as far as y'all are concerned. There's a stable. There's a blacksmith. There is the functionality of what looks to be a couple of warehouses. There's some form. Nothing too important. And a very large church in the center, which sits at the intersection of the T at the edge of one of the lanes of the street, and then the road will head down this way. Church is right here. As he walks you into town, you guys continue to chat, and he goes, "So, tell me a little bit about yourselves. We've been, it's been a bit since we've seen you folk."
Ah, well, I ain't got no much story to tell, though. Just a traveler heading back home to my family after a little mix-up, shall we say, on an adventuring trip. And yeah, it's just a little waylay stop. And I suppose I end up out here. Maybe look a little dry out here for home, but might be nearby. Who knows?
Dry outside for sure. It rarely rains out here.
I like that
Quite a
one.
distance. Heavy brush though. We get enough plants. Feeds the cattle. Keeps us fed. Root vegetables and such. We got a well. Works out nicely. That big old tree over there, and he gestures. And at the corner of kind of the T of the roads, you guys are standing probably a building or two down from the church at this point. There is a very large dead tree that sits at the corner of this intersection, kind of a kitty corner to the church. As he just kind of continues to ramble, talking about the dryness of the earth and just, again, kind of simple folk. An individual catches at least some of your eyes from the steps of the church, as there is a little bit of a crowd around, maybe a dozen or so folk. Nothing crazy, but he stands at the top of these stairs, speaking of something not too loud at the moment, as you all continue to walk forward. It looks like the individual that you've been speaking to, Matthew, is leading you towards the tavern.
Well, thank goodness.
At first glance, how tall does the tree seem to be?
The tree itself, you're looking at 15-foot tree, 20 feet, like large, knotted, gnarled oak. Almost uncharacteristic for how dry everything else is here. But, it's dead and dry as nonetheless, so you wouldn't think too much of it. But it is a big-ass tree for a desert.
Uh, excuse me, you said your name was Matthew?
I did,
had-
yeah.
Yes, what is a tree doing out here?
Well, nobody really knows. I think it's well water that came down from below. We kind of don't think much of it. It was here when we started here, or at least when the town started. I didn't start here, but when the town started here, it was here. Been here as long as I can remember. Nobody seems to touch it much. Sits there for its purpose. People sit under it and eat a tree. Beyond that, it's just kind of round. The well's right behind it, actually. It's kind of shaded. Somebody said something about evaporation. Well, I don't know what it means, but said water leaves it if there's not enough shade. So I guess the tree helps it.
Well, Rilton here has affinity for trees and things. He might be able to help.
Yes, if you want to know what's going on, I could certainly lend a hand.
Well, I know what's going on. Tree's dead. Well's been drier than it has been in a while, but tree's dead. That's not news to us. We let it be, and it lets us be. And he's having a good time, but he really doesn't seem to. He's very much just focused on his direction forward, almost in the sense that he wants a drink more than the four of you do. As you all pass, you hear from the voice behind you. You're probably about to the tavern at this point, which traditionally to those of the modern constitution would perceive it more as a saloon. Big square building, balcony up top, double doors. They are actual full double doors, though, as opposed to those half swingy bastards that nobody really has any benefit to use. But from behind you all, there is another voice. Raises a hand if you look back, and he goes, "Hey, been a while since we seen folk round here. New, at least. Why don't you come over, meet some people?" And as you all turn, it was the individual standing at the top of the stairs. He is dressed in deep, almost wine purple reds. Similar to the top half of like, because it's not a full robe. He's definitely in like pants and boots and a little bit more work ready, but he is in full sleeved, this dark wine red, almost preacher's robes. But just the tunic portion of it, and then it kind of tapers off back into work attire. But he approaches you all, salt and pepper hair, also human, a little bit taller, a little bit more built, maybe for his age, but 50, 55-ish individual. He smiles a warm smile at the four of you, and the Matthew kind of nods to him. And he goes, "Oh, no, I was just gonna go get him a drink stuff before I welcomed y'all. Welcomed him in to meet the rest of us. They woke up a little dry."
I mean, we woke up dry, but woke up quite wet. I'm telling y'all. Friar is it or priest?
Preacher, Reverend, you can call me. The Reverend Jacoby Sinestra. These are my folk. This is my flock here. I am the mayor, I am the reverend, I am the sheriff, whatever I am needed as for the people around this town. That is what I am. And I am proud to serve as best I can in that capacity for all of these folk here. And as far as I'm concerned, all of you folk here too.
That
Welcome
seems like
in.
quite the number of jobs.
Hey,
Yeah.
your resume.
Small town. Don't need a sheriff too much. Mayor? Town governs itself. What they really need is a guiding hand. So, Reverend is typically my title.
If you don't mind me asking, who do you worship, Mr. Sinesta?
He smiles at you, and it's slow, and it's sits and grins, and he kind of tilts his head, and he almost a partial bow towards you as he says it, and he goes, why don't you come find out tomorrow? I got a sermon at the church's steps, and you can hear all about it. Till then, I'm just happy new faces are around. Go get a drink. Tell them it's on the Rev.
Man, I won't say no to drink there, but I'm not sure how long I'm gonna stay around. I was doing some prospecting before I got taken over here somehow.
Prospecting. Well, if you're here for prospecting, then you are in a good spot. Not only do we herd cattle and have a mighty fine well, there are a number of folks who mine out here. That's where we find all of our metal for horseshoes and jewelry for the women. Things
Well,
of
then I
that
might
sort.
just say a spell then.
Never
I'm
hurts
gonna-
to-
Oh, I'm just gonna turn him at you. I thought you says it was dry, that well there.
No, I said it was drying up. There's still water
Dry.
in it, otherwise we'd all be dead. He kind of
Fair
chuckles
point.
a little bit, and he goes, "Well, Reverend, I'll give them to you. You all want to meet me in the tavern? I'll be in there." But and he kind of turns heel, kicks up a little bit of dust, and just kind of keeps walking, leaving you four with the Reverend.
Well, then I'm gonna go get that drink. I don't know about y'all, but I'm feeling mighty parched right about now.
I'm hot. I want to be inside.
Shoot, it's a free drink. I'm taking it.
There you go.
Mr.
Thanks,
Mr. Elf, you with the hat. You can have my drink. I don't require sustenance.
Well, look at you, plucking at my heartstrings like that. We gonna get along just fine.
Sounds like we're making good friends already. Did you not know each other before coming here?
Did I know
Uh,
you? I don't think so.
No, Rilton and I were traveling together before this, but as for these two gentle people, I cannot speak for them.
Well, then sounds like we've got some catching up to do, both with folk here and all four of you. Go get some drinks. There's always time to talk here. Oh, welcome to Blackchapel. He turns and nods and puts the hat on that he had in his left hand, just kind of hanging by his side as he shades himself from the sun and walks back into the church.
That man is
So-
10 steps from creepy, but he offered us free drinks and I'm taking them. So I'll meet you on site.
Do we
Okay.
remember a black chapel around us before waking up?
You do not. Are you asking me?
Rilton.
Oh. No, for most of the time, at least when I was in the forest, there wasn't civilization for miles. I just
We were quite the
buried
ways away.
myself further into the vegetation. Yes.
Huh.
I wouldn't say that I know much about any civilization, really.
What are you all up to, boys? Headed to the tavern?
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
in
what-
there.
All right, tavern it is. So, you enter. Above the doors, there's a sign that says Freedom's Fill Saloon. There are about 6 or 7 folk in there, including the bartender and Matthew. The bartender, as he sees 4 new people walk into the bar, he smiles wide and raises the glass that he's half finishing, kind of partial polishing. I'd call it a polish, except the air around here is dusty enough that nothing's ever really too clean. That rag's probably not ideal, but he's hospitable enough to see all of you as he lays out 4 drinks before you even get up to the bar and 4 glasses and starts pouring shots. Howdy.
Just
What can I do for you?
Well, you already done did it. As I start drinking.
Nothing else needed. Y'all to fix my problem. Just double down.
There you go. Okay.
just if you have any water, just that, please.
Oh, sure. I'll, and he, whistles, kind of turns his head 180 and, swivels his body and whistles into the back, and you see a younger boy come out from kind of the kitchen area looks up at him. Yeah, Pa? Go get some water from the well. Oh, yeah, sure. Leaves the saloon with a pail. Sorry, you say something?
I was gonna say Rilton just slides his shot glass down the table to
Okay.
whoever catches it.
Same.
I already took your shot. Don't worry. You've been handled.
I'm drinking with my right hand and I try to catch it with my left hand.
So you guys are drinking. The bartender will pour another round, and as he does the second round, he looks at all of you and he goes, "Well, I know I don't see too many folk around here, but last I remember, drinks were customary from the Reverend for anybody who shows up on their first day, so please enjoy. What brings y'all out?"
That's a good question.
Man, it's a
Very good question.
Oh, Jinx, you owe me another shot.
I mean, I know what brought me around here. What brought me to this place specifically. I don't know who did it because when I fell asleep, I wasn't around here.
Well,
It's more of a who.
can't say I haven't heard the story before, actually. I'd be willing to wager that it's this desert. It's a hell of a place.
I
Yeah.
find that interesting. I find it tricky because we were near the desert last time we slept. When was the last time people came around here? If drinks are customary, if any?
Oh, it's been 3 months. Pair of folks come in.
If it's not too much to ask, do you know? Do you personally know these folks? Or do you know?
Yeah, you can talk to them. They one of them mines a little bit, and another one's taking up helping with the cattle. So it's they're still around. You can speak to either of them.
You hear that? They chose to stay.
That they did. Most people do. And,
What happens to the others, though?
I don't know. Couldn't say.
Is there a wagon, a runner?
Well,
and
none of us leave this town. We've been here for years, generationally. This has been our home. And in the last 3 years of folks coming by, I've only ever seen 2 people leave, and haven't heard from them since. I can only assume that they got out okay.
y'all don't get any missives, any letters from the Lord being like, "Hey, y'all, you owe me a few bars of gold, a few bars of steel. Otherwise, I'm gonna go in and take y'all stuff." I believe they're called taxis.
Well, if you're asking for folks like regular shipments coming through, or supplies, I do sometimes see. We see the alcohols come in, keep the tavern stocked, but that's really the only shipment that comes through. Although, it just shows up. I'm never up early enough to see who brings it. As for taxes, we don't have any need for money around here. There's no distributing of the goods. Everybody just kind of share alike. We don't have a whole lot of folk. We don't bicker. We don't need to.
Wait a second, telling me that you're not the one that's making all this damn fine brew we're drinking?
Oh no, that's not myself. Unlabeled, or I'd tell you where it came from.
Do you know who it comes from? Or do you know who might know who it comes from?
Well, I suppose you could ask the Reverend. I don't know if he'd know, but he seems to know everything around here.
Interesting.
They're telling me we could have been drinking some toilet moonshine. Is that it?
Are you telling me that tastes like no toilet moonshine? Then you're blaspheming, boy. Because this is better than any drink I've ever had.
What is wrong with toilet moonshine? It's homegrown and made with love.
Also true. No,
It
boy's
might have
got a
been made
point.
with love. It might have been made with love, but I like love to be like up here, not from down there. It's just me. I like my loving being like face to face, not really so removed like that.
Well,
Kelly, do you know what a toilet is?
I can't say that I do. I think in context it may be used for planting.
I'm not gonna enlighten him. You guys have a good time. I'm gonna go tend to the other individuals around. If you need anything, just holler.
Are there any people around?
There are, apart from Matthew and the bartender, there are 4 other people in the bar. 3 of them are at the same table. One of them is kind of drinking by himself. Like almost on the verge of passing out, but you're not sure if that's alcoholism or just like post-day's work.
All right.
So before I ask the others, remind me to what you were up to before you woke up. We woke up here, strangely enough.
Who are you addressing?
The other 2 gentlemen that we woke up
to
with.
us here. Well, look, I mean, I was just traveling on home, you know, strings on my back, singing my songs where I could, and just trying to get back to my home in the swamps. But this looks like quite a little detour. So, couldn't tell you how I got here, though. I was drinking. Might do it.
I mean, I was just going around trying to find some more ore so I can make maybe some different weapons, what have you. Kind of use all of my good ore on my armor right here. Was looking around the desert. Next thing I know, I'm right there, right next to y'all.
Well, Reverend and Gary, were you alone? Was you with no one else?
I mean, I certainly was alone. You think I'm gonna bring somebody over here while mining? Next thing I know, they're gonna bunk me on the head and take all my ore.
I don't sound too bad. No, I was just, you know, traveling from town to town. I got no problems with it. I didn't get grabbed with no one else, though, it seems.
It's strange. As for us,
Y'all asking, but you're not really responding. Let's have a little conversation here, right?
I apologize. I find myself quite perturbed and the answer to why we're really here elusive to us at the moment. I am a bit confused, as you can see.
The 2 of us really, we weren't traveling per se that much. We would basically just hopping back and forth between 2 different spots, I guess you could say. But nothing ever really that new.
So, currently, the time is entirely yours to do what you would like with. This is probably 3 in the afternoon. It's not top sun right now, but it's very hot. And you've got a little bit of time left in the day if you would like to do something. Nobody is required to, though. So if you all are feeling pressing on with the days, you are also welcome to do that. Depends on what is important to the 4 of you. But yeah, up to you guys.
I mean, maybe we should ask around and go Wondering how the folk got in here and how some of them might have gotten out. Then we just follow the folks get out of here.
I would definitely like a word with the last
I,
pair that showed up here.
Did we ask the group or the lone gentleman? He seems a bit under the weather, but I have some remedies that could cure him of his ailment to speak to us in a better state of mind, if you will.
Well, shoot, looks like you just signed up. Why don't you all handle him? We'll go talk to these fellas over here. Might be more rambunctious sorts.
Okay.
If you're worried, I can come with yous.
That would be marvelous, please. Mm-hmm.
All right. I'll go with yous. Let's go. Come on. I'm
Hey,
paid for my shop.
splitting the group 2 and 2 then? 2 heading towards the individual and then 2 heading towards the 3.
If everyone else is okay with that.
Yep.
Alright. So, because it is, let's head towards the partially drunk man first. So, you both walk over, have a seat. It's a circular table. People are it's quieter in this corner of the tavern. Glasses knocked over. He's got probably 3 sitting there at this point. And you, as you both sit down, there's probably not more than a grumble. Whether or not he actually noticed you is to be seen so far.
Well, you said you had a way to rouse him. If you could just get on that.
I usually they. I don't know what to do. And I cast lesser restoration on him to cure him of any, if any, drunkenness.
Oh yeah, and that'll do it. So, Relurin, give me a perception check.
Sure thing. Perception coming up. That is a 17.
Very nice. We'll get to that in a moment. So, you cast that, and as you tap his shoulder, he immediately jolts up. Hold! What?
Hello.
What? Hello? What? Who?
Tilly. Relurin. Hello.
Oh. Friends call me Really and Tilly. We're just asking questions.
So you wake a man up after a drink to ask him questions?
Yes.
Yeah. Seems to be the MO here.
Can't tell you no, it's a friendly enough town, but it's impolite. And
You seemed...
he's no longer drunk, but he is still very tired. Relurin, what you saw as he casted that, out of the corner of your eye, one of the two, you actually would both have noticed this too, because you were walking the opposite direction at the point that these guys were doing their shtick. The boy who was walking back in with water walked in about the point that you woke him up and immediately turned healed and was back out the door. But the individual who you were all speaking with looks at both of you and he goes, "Okay, so what kind of questions are you looking for?"
Well, we were just in a business of trying to get out of town. I was wondering how you got in, and if you know anyone who's got out.
Oh, I don't know anybody who's got out on the grounds as nobody's ever come back. Who's got out? I don't think they come and visit, but I've been here. Been here like a year and a half, 2 years. seems now.
Did you wake up in the middle of the town too?
No, I woke up on the backside of a stampede.
We get the same.
These folk brought me in and nursed me back, and I've been a part of the town since. I drink at the end of the day because my leg is not what it used to be, and my knees don't tend to like riding for too long, so I drink.
Makes
And
sense.
You never thought of returning home, wherever that may be.
I don't know, based on the stories, if I'd want to brave that desert. And this seems like fine enough. It's not like I had anything to lose. At least I don't think.
How far away is any other town, city? Can you tell us more about this desert?
I don't know its name. I was traveling through on a merchant's group. We were heading towards, and it was weeks worth of trip. We were heading towards Baldur's Gate, I believe. This was just passing. I remember somebody in passing mentioning that there was a desert, and I didn't think much of it. We stopped for the night a little ways off, and I never kept going. I don't know what happened after that. And there's a little bit of as he's speaking this, like, it's tired. He's tired, but there is a lingering, struggling tone to what he's trying to remember. Like, not only is, like, he doesn't remember what happened, but he's having a hard time recalling before as well. Whereas you all, from your perspectives, you don't remember how you got here. It's been a day or two. But, you know, at least perceivably, it would make sense. But this guy, he's sitting and he's trying to remember details, and broad stroke details, because Baldur's Gate is massive and he's struggling.
You doing all right, friend? You seem like your story's a little hazy, like a bayou morning.
Oh, no, I'm fine. I don't think much of the past anymore. It's hard to remember sometimes because I don't know, I like out here. It's good folk, good people. Reverend leads us well, and we have a good place to be.
What about your friends, family of before? I mean, surely you're missed somewhere.
Yeah, where's your kin at?
I don't think I had any. I don't think I was, I don't think anybody would have missed me. I woke up here alone.
You
Surely
gotta
not
come
true.
from somewhere. Y'all just pop out.
Maybe I should just sleep it off. If you're still here in the morning, talk to me when I'm feeling better. I cannot seem to pull what I'm looking for out of my head. I think I just need to rest it off. And he's getting a little bit more perturbed at the struggle that he is going through as he kind of stands up, knocking one of those 3 glasses to the floor, and turns and walks up into the upper portions of the saloon, and you can hear the creaks of the board as he walks down the hall.
Well, what an intriguing fella.
The two of you
Yes.
head over to the 3 there.
Now
You
we
watch
do.
the boy turn tail. You guys wouldn't have the quite same insight to know why he turned tailed, but you watched him walk in and then peel out. these three kind of glanced over at him and then glanced up at you, and they continued drinking, and they're all three of them playing cards at the table as you two approach.
Hi there, fellas. So you guys enjoying quite a few drinks there. Hard day at work today?
Yeah. Every day's a hard day at work here.
That's what I like to hear. What do y'all do? Are any of y'all miners?
Well, he shoulders one of the guys and he's like, he's a miner. I don't mine a ranch. Me and my wife run most of the cattle around here.
Maybe are y'all aware of the ones before us that came in about 3 months ago and said one of them was always their ranch, and maybe one of your dudes.
Oh, yeah, newer fellas comparatively. Let me think. I'm looking for
3 months ago.
Well, no, I don't do the bill work. Jessica, Kep, and James Brillick. Them's the two. I don't know the names most time. I like the horses. Take care of the horses myself.
All right. I mean, that's a very important profession you have there. How long have y'all been here? You and your wife, y'all came in together, or you'll meet over here?
No, I've been here since I can remember. It's been, since the town has been here. I've been here.
You mentioned you work with the horses. Have you been doing that the entire time you've been here?
Yep. Oh, yep. Yep, all horses are mine. Second generation of them at this point. Well, no, maybe third. A lot of horses. I breed horses. And I've been doing that since I can remember. I like to think my daddy bred horses too, but I'm not sure I remember much of that. Been a long time, decades at this point.
What do y'all sell the horses to? I mean, sorry, I forgot y'all trade yourself. Who usually your customers? I mean, doesn't look like there's many people around here that have say the need for some horses.
Nope. No, we don't sell horses. We breed them for riding. We breed them for meat. We breed them for leather, and then we breed them for glue. Gotta use whole horse.
If you've been raising these horses since you've got here, how did you get your first how did you get your first herd of horses? Were they already here, or
He stops.
did you have to buy them yourself?
He looks at you and he goes, well, the horses. There's always been horses. I've seen horses around. I just took them in, started giving them names and letting them, and then we get more horses. I don't think that's that hard to understand. And his buddy kind of pats him on the shoulder and he goes, no, it's all right. Just keep playing your cards. It's your turn anyway. I bet you got a call, you got a fold. And looks at his cards, slams his cards down and looks back at you. I fold. More interested where my horses came from now. Where'd you come from? Going around asking people where horses come from. Never seen you two around.
Yes, we're new. Just woke up today, actually. We've also met. The two of us have also met today. I personally was from the earth, and I lived in the forests. I never really had a specific home.
I'm from Mama. I don't really know what you're on about being from the earth. I mean, I haven't heard anybody do that, just pop out of the ground like that. But I came in over around here. I'm gonna probably go around mine, see, talk to some of the other people. Very nice talking to you.
Yeah, no, of course. No, you give me a lot to think about. I don't even know who I'm gonna ask about that. Just kind of sits and scratches
your
his
wife.
head. Well, she's dead. Can't do that.
I'm gonna
Alright.
whisper to Gary. Maybe we should check and see if your horse is one of his.
Right then, let's go.
Okay. What are y'all up to? Is there any more conversation to be had in the tavern, or are you breaking for other things?
I'm
I think
fine.
I think we should
Reconvening?
regroup. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. First reconvene. Let's reconvene in the tavern.
Sounds good. So you regroup at a table or a bar, your choice. Doesn't matter to me.
Now, I don't want to alarm nobody, but it seems no one can put two thoughts together here about the past.
The gentleman that Gary and I talked to couldn't seem to remember where he got the horses for the stables from, or at least the first generation.
That fella couldn't even remember 2 cents from yesterday. So,
He
I
seemed
mean-
pretty intent on staying here after being here for what was it, a year or so, and I don't know. He said that he didn't have anybody that would miss him, and I find that quite alarming. I think he to want to leave everything behind and choose to stay here. I have a hard time believing that was done in good faith and on his own terms, if you will.
Also, that little kid with the water cut out as soon as you start casting your magics here. Don't know what that's about. He maybe spooked him.
As serendipity would have it, as you say those words, you can hear the bell from the church ringing outside.
Well, now you gone done it. Now you gone done it, Tilly.
What?
I don't know what you did, but you gone done it.
I mean,
You got
some
scared. We're in a tough spot.
some folk don't take kindly to your kind around here.
We are in a tight spot.
What
I
does
don't know
that
why you would
mean?
just go around casting like that. You don't know these people.
What? Come on now. You
Is
know
there-
better than this, Tilly.
Is there a hangman news to see over there on the distance?
There's a big dead old tree. You don't think that you can't put two together?
I don't know if I would necessarily perish if I was hung. I don't think that works for
They're
me.
gonna
It
find
may-
out.
Do
Oh.
you? Do
no,
you
please
breathe?
no. I don't breathe.
As you guys are having this conversation, the four people in the bar, including the individual who you guys had talked to, who had gone up to his room, left his room and came back down, and him and the three people playing cards, as well as the bartender who is setting both of his glasses down, all kind of leave the bar heading towards the church. The bartender kind of gestures to you and he goes, "Hey, you should. Reverend wants to talk to folks. You should come on out."
Thought he was putting together a little sermon tomorrow.
Yeah, maybe he's feeling like he's happened sometime. Sermon tonight works too.
You seem quite are you okay? Is this mandatory? Are you what?
You're
Help?
very on edge.
Roll insight for me, Tilly.
One moment. That
First
is
roll.
a 17.
Oh, second roll.
17. Well, that's two 17s. Two rolls, two 17s.
Yeah,
So I'm down for that. But he doesn't seem to be coerced. Doesn't seem to be like he almost seems chipper about hearing this, but it doesn't seem to be affected by something. He's just like, oh yeah, this is the thing that we do when the bell rings. We go do this. And
So what we're hearing was him being out of breath and him being nervous.
Yeah, no, it was more a speed thing as he kind of,
Okay.
sets all of his shit down and moves.
Righty-dotty.
Well, shall we?
Well, shit.
Let's.
Shit indeed, whatever that may be.
Okay.
Got fellas waking up out of their sleep. Go see this man. He's gonna be one hell of a preacher, or we are in some deep fucking shit. I don't do deep fucking shit.
All right, so you all head out of the bar.
What if it was made of moonshine?
Think that.
Yes. What's a toilet?
We'll find out soon
These
enough.
are all fantastic questions.
Well, let's start walking.
As you guys are having this conversation,
I'm-
you're walking out.
Yeah.
The bar, or not the bar. The main thoroughfare is bustling. As far as you are concerned, this is probably the whole damn town. You're looking at 200 folks ish. It's not
All right, coming.
give or take, but there's a good bit there. As you walk out, the preacher is standing in his same spot, as he kind of holds his arms out and smiles and welcomes everybody, and you can see him kind of gesturing to people as they gather around, as he turns and pushes open the double doors of the church that the town is named after, as folks start to filter into it. As you walk in, or I assume you guys are you following? I don't want to assume.
I like to
Yeah.
wait.
All right.
I'll wait until the last struggle of going in. I'm waking at a little seat right by the exit.
Yeah, I guess see if you're the last one in.
Sounds good.
Since we got a skedaddle skedoodle.
All right, so everybody else filters in. It takes a minute towards the end because this is probably capacity for the church. But as you guys filter in and get closer to the church, you realize that it's not painted. Black Chapel is named Black Chapel because of the color of the wood, but it looks like the whole building has been torched. Not structurally damaging, but like it hit some fires, and all of it is burned. It's just been very well cleaned, and like I said, it's almost off-putting because it's well put together. Despite the fact that these are clearly, this is clearly structurally infirm, carbon wood. But everybody sits down in these pews. There is, as suspected, maybe no more than 2 extra pews beyond what can fit capacity in here. There is perceivably, based on the outside, there is a second floor to this church. You can see a small, narrow staircase on the far side behind the pulpit that goes up and then curves to the left, moving up into the second floor. And the ceiling in here is not traditionally vaulted. It is a little bit shorter. Still a high enough ceiling, but it's not normal church. There's definitely more going on as far as just the size of the place. As you all walk in and take a seat or stand, however you would prefer.
I'm not standing. I ain't standing. I'm sitting down.
Is standing. He doesn't understand what a church is.
That works. So, the preacher is standing behind the pulpit, hands out and smiling, and he'll nod to people, and you can see almost mouth the words of, how are you? And then he'll give names, or, very much knows people and people like him, and he stands behind the pulpit and he grins, and as everybody sits down, he begins and he goes, Black Chapel was founded by folk who wanted freedom. And I wanted to wait until tomorrow to have our normal sermon, but we have guests in town, and I wanted to make sure that we could introduce everyone and make everybody understand the rules around here. There is no reason to put off. Communication is important. So, for those who are new or everybody else who just needs a reminder, as we are all here for freedom, we are here to be free from the weave. Magic is what has bound us into not being able to fulfill our own potentials, and everybody here has given it up freely so that we could find a place in our own strength. A hard day's work and our own bandaged wounds is how we survive, and we are edified and respected amongst one another for it. We do not take shortcuts. We do not believe that we can surpass our own beings. We are as man was intended to be, which is man, whether that be elves or dwarves or humans or halflings or gnomes or even, and he gestures out to Tilly specifically, even our metal friend back there. You are...
I think he means you.
If there was ever a good example of the work that man could put in, it's our ability to create. Our cattle breed by our own hand. We mine by our own hand. Blacksmiths work by our own hand, and we will maintain that. And so I will ask of you and remind everyone to renew your covenants as we have presented them, to abstain from the corruption that is magic and its connection to the weave and the external forces that would seek to provide us something other than our humanity. Because that is how we survive. There are no gods in the Black Chapel. Black Chapel was established for us. This is a chapel of the people. And I want you all to remember that. Everybody has a place here. Everybody is welcome here. Everybody shares. And everybody believes that we are equal. We have no need for money, because everything is everyone's. Because we all hold to the same truths. As long as y'all are following that, everyone is welcome in Blackchapel. Amen. And the whole congregation, all 200 people simultaneously, respond to his amen. And then conversation strikes back up, and they start talking amongst each other, and the Reverend turns and steps down off of the stage where the pulpit is, and he walks into the center of the crowds, and he starts talking to folk and shaking hands, and you are all left on the outskirts of this now standing larger crowd.
Well, that really bites for you, Tilly.
Yes, it sounds like he has a grudge against you.
Shouldn't have cast magic like that. I
I will
told y'all don't
say,
cast.
I will say that though my action might have.
Oh no.
Sure,
I think
I
think
am
you're,
too made of. What?
oh, you were cutting out.
Yeah, you disappeared from us for a minute. Go ahead and repeat that.
Sorry, I was saying that although I may have caused this lecture, I fear that I don't understand this stuff because I am made of magic. You do magic, Relly, and you, my friend, you're magic too.
I am.
I said nothing of the sort. You can't prove nothing.
You're
I
right.
assume it
I
would be-
cannot. Mr. Gary, do you practice the arts? I'm sorry to assume, really.
I mean, I was about to say, I feel left out. Y'all are calling everybody but me. I mean, I can light a fire with some sticks and a rock.
Not at all what I.
That's a nice skill, but we're talking about magic.
I mean, fire's quite magical. I don't know what you're on about.
Well, I can attest that doing such actions can be magical in a different type of nature, but not by one of the weave, which is good for you.
I mean, I do no magic on my own, but I can smith some stuff and create. I mean, I'll show off my breastplate. I made this myself. You can feel the magic coming off it, I hope.
I will say that we should get out as soon as possible. I don't want to be here.
Why not?
I agree. Where
And by this point, the Reverend has made his way through the crowd, and he
Oh.
goes, "We are fine folk. We got no animosities towards you. You spooked the boys all, and everybody could use some refreshing. I know there is nervousness in town when folks don't know the rules, and so I figured it would be worth it to clue everybody in, so as we are all on the same page."
Can you
What?
still accept those as colleagues, as friends, even though they themselves were, their essence, their being is made so by magic?
We've got all number of folks around town. You'll need to look. How much do you know about magic?
Oh, I know as much as I need to, but my holds chest. I myself am essentially powered, live by, through, am magical, and so that it makes me question: am I not inherently an outsider in your community? Then
No, not at all. In fact, we see and I recognize you for what you are, but your outer form, your shell, and that which resides within, whether or not it's powered by magic, I won't fault you for that. That sin was not on you. The rest of you, though, that was made, that was hammered by man, whatever race that may be. What binds you and creates your life, that's not your fault. We have an Eladrin here. They are almost entirely bound to the weave, more so than some other elves are. Dwarves and humans maybe not, but there are a number of magical folk, or at least those who started. Everybody has a chance to start anew here.
Well, I'm sorry to say that I'm probably going to be on leaving since I make a lot of my money, a lot of my stuff by selling my services to people with magic, along with hunting for magic lore. And you kind of need a little bit of some mag in order to forge magic. So,
Well, I can't say I'm going to stop you. I understand that our way of life is not for everybody, but you will have to, unfortunately, spend the night, at least. Sandstorms around here get particularly rough, and you all should stay inside tonight, at least. Figure out what you can tomorrow. Meet some folk. Maybe you'll change your mind. A lot of these people here did.
maybe.
appreciates the hospitality. Thank you for providing a room.
Of course. I don't provide what I can't give. Everything is everyone's here, so please, make yourself at home.
So, where might we find his room? Do we go to the where the barkeep was? Maybe there's some rooms over there, or
The saloon
Shall we,
will
like-
work just fine. You are free to stay in any of the rooms there. I know we have 1 or 2 permanent residents who preferred to have a room made into, suppose, their home as opposed to building one out here. But you also have one of our longhouses is always an option. About 30 folk live there. They like the communal space. They think it's social. It's comfortable. I'm sure there are beds available there as well. So whatever you would prefer, I'm no one to tell you how to live your life.
Excuse me for being so forward, but how did you find yourself here in Blackchapel? How
I walked. And his tone drops for a minute. And he goes, I've seen a lot on the outsides of this desert. And I wanted to find a place where I was no longer hindered by those who would seek harm and chaos through that which they cannot inevitably control. This desert is something that I can control. It's something that I am used to. And over time, other folk found themselves here. I can't explain why. Couldn't tell you. But it works. It was a time-consuming process. But it works. Now the town is... Sorry, go ahead.
Please, excuse me, please finish.
I was just going to say, everybody here came for a purpose. Nobody here is without purpose. If you found your way to Blackchapel, you are here for a reason, and you are welcome.
oh, maybe our purpose was to remind y'all about magic and how y'all shouldn't be doing this, and then we can just get on our way. Everybody learn their lesson.
And if that is what you take from your stay here, then I wish you all the best. Understand the dangers that it is, and understand that there is a different way of life. You can change somebody else's mind out there once you leave tomorrow, or whenever that storm happens to let up.
I mean, y'all are free to live whatever life you do, as long as you're not putting it all over my face. Y'all can live whatever life y'all want.
As are you free to. But if you choose to reside in Blackchapel for as long as you will stay here, you will listen to the rules that we have established. They are here for everybody's protection. You understand? I mean,
That I
no
do.
animosity towards that. This is our folk. Been awful quiet down there, Reverend. A lot of faces.
I'm just listening, and I'm invested, and I'm taking it all in. That's all.
I would say bless
visual
you, but
thinker.
I think that defeats the purpose of my sermon just now.
I would agree, as I learned a lot from your sermon.
Enjoy. Oh, yes.
DM,
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
are we still inside?
Yes. Yeah. You are at the you are at the back of the church. He walked through to you, and the door is right behind y'all.
What religious paraphernalia, if any, symbolic of nature, give off any semblance of what they might pray to be?
Give me a perception check.
That's going to be a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Very nice. So, with the dirty 20, you take some time. You really try to hone in, and you are crafted for, pardon the pun, but also not. You are built for the ability to, perhaps be a little bit more perceptive than others. And looking around, it is empty. There is not religious paraphernalia or anything of the form. There are no sigils. There are no statues or worships. The closest thing you could feasibly approximate would be the candles sconced along the sides of the walls and sitting next to the pew or the pulpit, but it is empty for all intents and purposes religiously, and its feeling reflects that.
Noted.
If possible, I'd like to go think back when the good old Reb said about how he walked over here. Can I get a better sense of what he meant, or
Yeah, roll
why there was so
insight
much?
for me.
I just didn't want to interrupt you at the time.
No, you're good. Yeah, do whatever you need to.
Oh, that was a 1.
That was a
so
1?
5 total.
Yeah, let's go.
From
Ones.
your few experiences with a Reverend, that might have been entirely story-based. He could have just been spitting metaphors, or he could have been dead serious.
This is why I play halflings, y'all. Well then, can I see the man we talked to that had the horse farm? Sorry, cattle farm. A ranch.
Yeah, give me a perception check. It's still crowded in here. Like, nobody's left. There's 200 people in this church.
That's a 2, so a 6.
6? There are 200 people in this church.
I think I might have a little bit more mud in my eye. Might have to go over that well down yonder. Damn it.
Is the Reverend still next to us, or are we left to our own little group?
I mean, if there's no other conversation towards him, he'll kind of, I mean, he's giving you direction. He'll kind of nod and welcome you in and walk back into the group and continue to chat with other folk.
I'll saunter over to the boys and kind of do that, like, pitter patter on your feet, where it's like, oh, you're trying to move, but you're really gonna move over to them.
Okay.
While looking at everyone else, giving little silent nods in my lowest whisper. They don't seem to worship anything else but him.
Didn't sound like that from the sermon. You heard that. Seemed like they don't worship nothing.
Exactly.
Yeah, and so they worship nothing. And then that's it. And look, not saying you gotta vibe with that. Just saying maybe y'all just tone it down with the magic for a little bit.
We can talk about this more later. I think there's more to this than meets the eye.
And
See why
I-
eyes no fun.
I would suggest we don't go to the longhouse. You know, just our presence might unnerve the other citizens.
Is there? Can I find that boy that I spooked initially?
Give me a perception check.
That's gonna be a 7.
There are 200 people in this church.
Can I see the bucket of water anywhere?
The bucket of water you actually saw on your way through. He had dropped it on his way. So it was in the road.
Oh, okay. Well, I say we wait for the church to clear out and then ask around for the people we're looking for.
Did I see anything in the well when I went over?
did you go inspect the well?
Yeah, I said I had some mud in my eyes. I'm going to check the well out.
Got it. Okay, so you had left these three.
I heard nothing that I've been talking about
All
right there.
right, sounds good. So as you leave, you notice that the outside is clouded. It's only been 2 hours, but also at the same time, clouds, a little bit of wind, and off in the horizon, in the distance, you can see brutal walls of sandstorm. Like, the edge of the horizon line is bad. As you walk towards this well, what are you looking for?
I like to look around and see if is there a bucket nearby?
Is there
Pail?
there is a spare pail that sits next to the well. There's actually a ladle in the pail as well.
I'd like to just check out the water a little bit and see if there's anything interesting on it.
Okay. Yeah, so you dip the pail. It takes a minute. You gotta really kind of wheel it down a little ways. Fill up the pail, bring it back up. Take a ladle of it out and look at it, and it's unclear until you roll me an investigation check.
All right. It's a new die, so that's a 19. Yeah, 19.
19?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, with a 19, it is water.
All right. I figured.
Clear-
I'll just go through. Mm-hmm.
Clear water. It is the lifeblood of the town, and it is strangely probably the most normal thing here at this point.
Mm-hmm. I like to throw the water over at the tree that's nearby and look at while I'm looking at the tree.
Okay. It's a tree. And the
I know.
Water is water. I mean, like it's a dead tree. You do notice as you are close to it and kind of, next to the well, next to the tree, paying attention, there is the end remnants of Reluran's fear. Two tied, frayed edges of just the knots along the top of the branch of a noose. The rest of the rope is not there, but they didn't bother to take the actual lashing that was connected to the tree down.
I told yous. I told yous.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I was the one that said about hangings.
Oh, yeah, or yours. I think you both mentioned it, but...
All right. I'll make a note of that and make my way back.
Okay. By this point, you've had some water, kind of turning around and walking up into the space. The folks from inside the church have started to filter out. It didn't take long for, stragglers to start to leave and things to start to thin. So people are pushing past the three of you at this point, unless you have decided to beat the crowd and leave first. Otherwise, you're swimming upstream.
Should we try to beat the crowd and leave
I figure
first?
we probably try to beat the crowd. We're not exactly.
All right, fair enough. So, you three leave the church before, as people start to get a little anxious and head out. So, Gary, you would see everybody first. Your party, as they leave the church. The same faces that they've of apprehension now, post-sermon. But, what are y'all up to?
Yeah, wouldn't believe. We were right. They're over here hanging people.
Where did you go?
I told yous. We gotta get out of this town faster than a jackrabbit with his ass on fire.
I went around looking at the well. I was a little bit dusty and musty. I went around looking at the tree because it's the only thing around here that's interesting to look at. Saw two things of rope right there. So
We should. I think we should go check it out ourselves. I would very much like to see it. And
you're gonna
if
make
possible-
the job easier for him.
Yeah, you're gonna
Alright.
get real close soon enough. You keep up all this magic existence.
In primordial, with the Terran dialect, I speak to my friend and say, I'm getting very scared now. I don't like any of this.
We're gonna have to figure out what's going on.
Sorry, just general primordial or Terran specifically?
I'm sorry, I should have clarified. Because primordial consists of all four, as a family, you not speak Terran.
You cut out a lot.
You cut out a
When we
lot.
were speaking primordial, we didn't understand.
Yeah,
I'm
very
sorry.
rocky.
We only
Oh,
speak
sorry.
Aquan.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
but move fast.
With primordial being the family language, can you not fall into the Terran dialect?
I just have primordial as a language. It doesn't say specifically.
Oh, well then, perfect.
All right, cause I also have primordial.
That is an
I would
incredible
know that.
amount of people
Exactly.
who can speak primordial
What?
in one session.
Are the odds?
That's
And
awesome.
what you doing switching languages on us like that? Think we can't hear that stuff?
You understood me?
Of course I do. My third cousin speaks nothing but primordial.
How does that happen?
Well, get hit in the head enough times, you start speaking anything.
I suppose.
What? You know what? Do you?
Once you are concussed with enough impact, primordial just leaves you.
Yeah, you get Terran that way if you get hit by a rock.
Look,
Do you speak not you really, but do you, friend, do you speak Sylvan as my fellow druid?
Yes, I do speak Sylvan.
In Sylvan. Unsure if Relly even knows Sylvan, say testing 1 2 3.
out now you go doing another language again. Look at you thinking you're so fancy. I don't speak so, but fuck it. Gonna be rude like that from me? Shame on you.
How many people are around us hearing all this magic happening? I mean, y'all start walking to those newses over there, making it real easy for them.
Extra languages aren't bothering him.
All right.
Nobody's even paying attention. And
Uh.
what you would know, I mean,
Well,
because
good for.
what?
I was like, well, good for you.
The total of the crowd too, and the Reverend had kind of alluded to this, but there are an astonishing number of races for a town that seems really backwater. Like elves, dwarves, even the wide-brimmed 10-gallon hatted drow. Like there are. It's not really. They don't seem to care. Like language, race doesn't bother them. They are very specific in their niche of distaste.
Didn't the Reverend mention a storm while we were inside?
Desert Storm?
It's DM. You said it's cloudy now, right? Like you said,
It is cloudy. It is a little windy, and off in the distance, regardless of which direction you are looking, there is a fairly heinous sandstorm on the horizon.
5 gold to whoever believes that he did that prior to this conversation.
Shit,
I
for
can
5 gold? I fucking believe that.
I can test it if we find somewhere private. I believe. Hold on.
Oh, are you kidding me? You gonna go cast magic after all this shit we just heard?
That's why I said if we find somewhere private. I'm very suspicious.
How
Alright.
far does the storm seem to be?
Give me a survival check. No, nature check. No, I'll let you pick. Pick one of the two. Your choice.
19.
Didn't seem to matter either way then. About a mile out. But as a secondary point of clarification, it's about a mile out in every direction. It's not coming in from one space.
As a general point of order, do we have a preconceived understanding that that is unusual?
No, you actually wouldn't. Because again, people don't talk about this desert. If you are in the desert that you think you're in, people don't travel through it. It's too dangerous, or there's not really stories on it. People don't come back with tales because people don't come back.
It
I
seems as if we're-
mean, I don't know enough. I'm not really. I mean, I am a miner. I'm a prospector. I know a little bit about weather. I don't think that sandstorms are like, a hurricane where they have a eye where it centers.
it's more like a wave, correct? It just comes through until it passes.
That
Yeah.
don't sound all good.
I think that when we're in our nightly quarters, that if provided with a window, we may be able to test out the outside by that means. If some way, somehow, I fear that even if we were outside during the storm, there may be eyes looking. There seems to always be something looking, I guess.
I wouldn't doubt it.
All right, let's go to bed. Hopefully, we are still alive come tomorrow.
Yeah, hopefully.
All right. So, you all head to the saloon, and you are provided again free rooms, board, drink, food. It's not spectacular food, but you were able to eat well before you head off to bed. Are you guys taking watch? What is the plan tonight?
Okay. I have a spell that will let me predict or see the weather. I'm not sure if it gets affected by magic, but
Okay.
I can attempt.
Okay.
I'm saying this to the party as well.
Right. Yeah. Maybe wait till everyone's passed the hell out before you go casting that.
Oh, of course.
Are we not in our?
We're in our room, but like, just throwing spells around. You don't know who's gonna see what shit right now. But I don't sleep like y'all's do, so we need to keep a watch. I can stay
Are
up.
there any windows?
There are. So, the window that is in yours, you are on the corner of the upper floor of the saloon. And that upper floor, you have access via the hallway right out your door to the balcony that overlooks the front and the main thoroughfare. And then you also have, from both the balcony and the wall cornered to it, 2 windows. So you can see feasibly both sides of the T of this street from your particular vantage.
Are they the types that you can't see unless you open them, or it's the glass pane where you can see through?
I mean, they are glass paned, but they are also they're shuttered on the inside.
Are there curtains?
No, because they're shuttered on the inside.
Oh, we close.
Okay. Windows closed. There's an oil lamp in the room. Beyond that, it is a 2 twin beds and an end table. Small dresser, but that's about it.
Let's see. I will take a blanket and roll it up and put it under the door to muffle any sound.
Okay. Very good.
I don't know if it'll do much, but I think that would mitigate some audio from us.
Yes, it's important that this is done in private. I have a general idea of what may happen when I do this, but anything is possible.
Okay. What is the spell called? What does it do?
I'm going to cast Druidcraft, and I'm just going to use a tiny sensory effect that predicts what the weather will be like in your location for the next 24 hours.
Okay. Okay, so you cast this tiny sensory effect as you wave your hands, and you get the what you are familiar to is miniaturized clouds, or just a small flurry of snowflakes, or even just a breeze passing over your hand, something of the form. What you get is just light. A little bit of golden rays hit your hand, but nothing more.
And I'm not sure if everyone can see this, or if it's just me.
Everybody would be
Okay.
able to see that. It's it's almost illusory.
Okay. So, I'm assuming that everybody knows what a glowing ball with rays coming down would mean. Forecast says sunny.
I don't know what good it would do, but I snap and cast Detect Magic just to see if there's anything within the immediate vicinity of us.
Okay. What's the radius on that?
30 feet.
30 feet? Nothing.
And I'll walk around just all corners if I have to, just to see if I sense anything.
There is nothing.
For me, seems pretty empty.
Are either of you two doing anything with your time?
Just gonna quietly play and be concerned.
I'm just polishing my weapons.
Okay. Sounds good.
So,
Oh, you play an instrument. What's that one called?
Well, I mean, I don't know how familiar you are with these, but this thing here is a sitar.
I only have this one. I pull out my pan flute.
Ah, you one of them blower girls. Oh yeah. Got a lot of sisters like you. She like blowing on things. Don't like plucking on strings, though. Oh, I'll write that down. That's a good one.
Okay.
Okay. I will reiterate my second question, or my question from earlier. Are you guys taking watch tonight, or are you guys just?
I will be taking watch. After I'll just like trance for the first half. I don't know. I expressed the desire to set up a watch and offer the second half of the night coverage.
That works because as part of my function, my being, I am awake in a middle state for 6 hours before I shut down for the last 2.
Okay.
you're on standby mode.
All
Can
right.
talk
so
and do some small things.
who is first? Okay.
I'll do it.
Go ahead and think Tilly called that one.
If you want to do it with me,
Oh yeah, you guys can both roll. So either both of you roll a perception, or one of you roll perception with advantage.
You do it, Tilly. My dice are not really working with me.
all right, one more.
Okay.
First one, 25. Second one, not 25.
Okay.
On.
So, a couple hours go by. First two of probably a 4-hour watch. Get about 45 minutes into that third hour. Before paying attention to the room doesn't mean probably quite as much as out of the corner of your eye with your very keen mastercrafted perception, as it seems. There is light through the shutters.
Gary, there's a light there. Can you see it?
Which you can now see.
All right. I mean, I'll start walking towards it.
Okay. So if you walk towards it or open the blinds even a little bit, or the shutters, what you notice is the light, this tiny flicker that you're getting, is from the upstairs. You're not sure if it's just translucent like frosted glass or if it's just dust, because it is a little bit sandy outside. Most of the sandstorm seems to be sticking right to the edges of town, but the window from the second floor of the church is lit up like a Christmas tree, and it's not just yellows. You're getting some flickers of, like, you get the standard like yellow orange of a candlelight. Some of that dips a little deeper every once in a while.
Looks like they're having a party. I close the blinds.
Okay. All right. Anything to pass on before we move to the next watch?
Can you gather anything else from the light? It's where it seems to be the source, where it's is it just there?
I honestly didn't, because my headset kind of shut off, and all I heard was there's lots of different colors.
Coming from the church, second floor.
All right. That's coming from the second floor of the church. Maybe the rab is having a little party. Maybe he has a wife. I don't know. Or he might be just maintaining the spell, and the sandstorm's coming over, and we're gonna die in a few hours. I mean, I don't know. Your choice. What do you believe in?
I'll get up. Is there a window that possibly we can see movement, or?
So so specifically then, if you are now watching out of this window, give me one more perception check. 16. Okay. It is unclear, again, because of kind of the opacity of the windows right now on the other side, and kind of yours, to be honest, but there is movement. It's not just candlelight. There is definitely people or persons upstairs in the church, along with this light.
Alrighty.
Okay. As you switch out for the second watch, you passing anything along, or are we just moving forward?
We'll share the information.
Yeah, we might as well. Maybe we should wake everybody up. Tell everybody what's happening, because might be a choice might be to go outside right now. Who knows what they're preparing over there?
Okay. What's your plan,
Y'all?
folks?
I'm sorry. You saw a bunch of people walking with candlelight. You didn't think to wake us up immediately?
I mean,
Freaking
it's just candles.
crazy!
They don't have magic. They don't have
I
pistols.
mean, candles in this cold, crazy town.
I mean, not everybody is blessed with the olive night vision. Some of us need light to
Oh,
see.
you bring a candle. My goodness. Good
Y'all,
slap.
I swear, so many of y'all are so cultural centrist. Mm-mm-mm-mm. But yeah, there's some candles second floor. Y'all want to leave now?
Well, as much as the thought of having everybody be able to see me in the dark is quite. We should see what's going on.
Y'all want to walk over to him?
I don't want to, but
We probably should. Something suspicious is going on.
Be careful with your eyes because the wind, storm, stuff would affect you. Hopefully not me, but you have just be careful. I'm gonna be quiet now.
rub in your gosh dang magic more, please.
Okay, we heading out?
Yep.
Unfortunately, we are.
You just traveling through the sands, or you heading stealthy?
I prefer to not draw attention.
Yeah, I would prefer the stealthy approach if we had to put to a vote here.
All right. I would like you all to roll some. Let's get a group stealth check.
Here's my disadvantage. Not that bad. That's 7.
Right, come on, lucky die, roll hot.
Ooh, 12.
An 8.
14.
Disadvantage?
Well, he's got disadvantage because he's got some clank armor on.
Yeah, he's got like heavy stuff.
He don't
16
walk
again for
around
me.
like a wardrobe.
Okay, so I got a
Bullet
16, a 14. Gary?
I got a 12.
What'd you land, Gary?
Oh, an 8. Sorry.
An 8. There we go. Okay, so you guys, as quietly as you can, like sagebrush in a sandstorm, travel down through the main thoroughfare, being quick to cross the street and keep to the buildings as you approach Blackchapel. You get about halfway up, kind of keeping an eye on things as you go, before two individuals from down the way kind of raise a hand and they go, "Yep, evening. Can I help you out with something?" And they are walking up the T directly towards Blackchapel, towards you.
Were we all find out, or just the lower rollers?
Nope, you all find out. That was a group check.
Yeah,
All right.
fucking hell. All right, well, we're all just doing this now. All right, everybody, go. Dylan, try not to be so fucking magical.
I'll look over my 2 flails, 2 hand axes, 2 war picks, and 2 whips that were probably making a lot of noise.
Yeah, I didn't want to say whose fault it was, but
I just allowed to be prepared, y'all.
Can I do you for? Business out here is dangerous. A storm like this, y'all should be inside.
we were just out enjoying the night, and we happened to see some folk pass by here on camera. We just thought ourselves that looked like a grand old time. Thought we'd join in and see what that was all about.
Well, I didn't see no candles down in the thoroughfare. I can't imagine what you were looking at.
I
Oh.
could not tell you. I was informed of it by others, and I said to myself, well, that sounds like a dang good time. And here we are. Someone help me.
Did y'all really not see those candles? It was so damn bright. Like, I could see it from halfway across the world. I would like to roll insight.
Insight?
See if they really, yeah, see if they really didn't see it.
Oh yeah, yeah, go for it.
22.
22?
Mm-hmm.
No, they saw it. They are just presently friendly, menacing. Also, you notice, because you are paying attention to their mannerisms in Insight, the glint of the back of a heavy crossbow on either of each's back. Slung over. Leather of the sling kind of blends in with their coats, so.
Oh my god. You alright? What I was thinking about? Candles, lights in the middle of the night.
Yeah, that's what
That's
I
our
thought.
I know, right? Where was it? It's kind of dark out of. Do you remember where the place we're sleeping at is?
Yeah, no, not 7 buildings down that way. They kind of gesture towards the saloon.
As a gesture, I'd like to take out my flails.
Okay. As one of them gestures and you take out your flails, the second one readies his heavy crossbow, and we are all going to take a quick break.
Woo! Awesome.
So, hopefully everybody's having a good time. For my folks playing, please don't do anything crazy with your zooms, because I don't want to have to change everything again. So just, I think at this mode you can kill your video, but I know sometimes that causes problems. But we're gonna be right back. We'll take 10, 15, and then be back in just a sec. See what happens.
Maybe.
Here we go. That's great. Can hear
I
us
think you
die.
mean get ready for somebody to get their ass beat with my flails.
Or that. We might beat some ass. You might get shot. We'll see.
Hopefully all of the above.
Maybe a little bit of
Go around and find out.
All right, so where we would left off is you are staring down the barrel of a very large crossbow. Another person is looking off a different direction. Nobody has actually swung yet, so the individual who did not just gesture towards the saloon is looking towards you, Gary, and goes, "Now, what is it that you're planning on doing with those? I don't think there's any place for that here."
I mean, fuck around and find out. I'm going to hit him though. Not lethally though.
Okay, let's roll initiative then.
Draw. Okay. I just went.
Internal screaming.
Oh, external screaming.
So-
Shit.
All of screaming.
Let's go. I got another 12. Rolling 2 12s.
17, 18 minus 1.
Minus
Hold your
1
numbers for 2 minutes.
Yes,
Already
sir.
forgot mine.
Very nice. That's usually how it goes. All right, Tilly, what'd you get?
9.
Very nice. Gary.
17.
Thank you. Relurin.
18.
Very nice. And then Rilton.
12.
12. All right. Let me get some initiative rolls. Get some ASR up in that mic. Yes, ASMR? Yeah, ASMR.
Today we will be rolling initiative.
Just as
Alright.
a quick point of reference, how far are they away from us?
Quick point of reference. They are maybe 20 feet.
Okay.
And based on those initiative rolls, Relurin is up.
And they're all sitting around each other, yeah?
Yeah, there's only 2 of them.
That's what I like to hear. Fantastic. I'm going to try do something a little cheeky. And I'll pull out my sit turn and I'll just start playing a soft little memory. Just go to sleep, you little babe. Go to sleep, you little babe. Mama gone away and the bard's gonna stay. Ain't no worry about the babe. And I'm casting sleep at 2nd level.
Okay. I would like you to make an intelligence save for me.
Well, shit.
That moment when you forget that you have Pass Without a Trace.
So saving throw wise, that is a 14.
14. That's a fail.
Well,
As you
I'm sure
cast
that.
this and you begin to play a melody, both of those guards look you up and down and kind of smile, and they go, "Nice tune, but your friend over there, I don't think it's Satan him." And you're not sure what happened, but that spell slot is gone.
Yeah, I just keep plucking at strings. Like, usually that works. I don't know what's going on here.
It's alright, dude. It happens to every guy.
Which,
Performance anxiety is a real tragedy.
Gary, you're up.
I will walk forward and smack him with my flail. Whichever one has a crossbow out.
Okay, the one who is
Start talking at
down
me.
the sights. Yep, go ahead and take a strike.
That's a 4, so a 9.
That's a miss.
And then bonus action.
Okay,
That's 13, so 18.
18 will hit. Go ahead and roll some damage.
Ooh. That will be 8 points of damage.
8 points
That's
of
him with my
damage.
offhand.
Very nice. So, heavy strike as this collides with the center of his chest, knocking him off balance, almost dropping his heavy crossbow as you hear ribs crack as it just kind of collapses the center of his sternum a little bit. He is
Non-lethally.
not doing well. I mean, he's wheezing, but he's not doing well. At my table, you got to declare non-lethals before you take a swing, son.
All right.
All right, cool. Anything else on your turn? I think that was it, right?
Now I see it.
Okay. That will bring us to Rilton.
Real quick, I'm sorry, I forgot. How far away am I again?
About 20 feet.
20 feet. Awesome. So I'm going to I'm gonna run up to the other guy, take out my scimitar and slash at his legs.
Okay. The one who was not just injured.
Yes, the one who is not just injured.
Got it. Go ahead and take a strike.
And if this does somehow manage to kill him, I want it to be non-lethal.
Okay. Noted.
I'm just gonna go with that. Oh my god. I got a nat 20.
Very nice.
I'm gonna go with that for all of my attacks. It's just non-lethal
Okay.
for now.
All attacks are non-lethal. Okay.
We do the 2 damage dice, or double
So,
the damage dice.
Yeah, so I do roll damage dice, then double the number.
Roll damage dice, then double the number.
Yep.
So that would be 8 slashing.
8 slashing damage. You glide past this individual and take a heavy carve through one of his legs, and he kind of twists. It catches one of the tendons on the back of his knee as he fumbles and hits the ground, blood pooling from his calves, or down his calves. He is also pretty damn injured. Both of these guys are not doing well. They are just people. From there, the individual that Gary had just attacked is going to kind of in a scramble. He's going to actually lean forward with his crossbow and just kind of just press it against your chest and pull the trigger, because he doesn't have a whole lot of distance to move.
Mm-hmm.
As he's still kind of coughing and trying to ready himself, but that is that's an 18 to hit.
Misses.
Okay. So he stumbles forward and kind of tries to use it both as a cane to ready himself against your plate armor, as well as pull that trigger, and he just kind of glances off and stumbles, still kind of unable to catch his breath from how you had winded him. The other individual is going to go after Tilly.
Oh my. I am going to. Oh my gosh, I really don't want to do much here. I will cast Bless on my 3 compatriots.
Okay.
And then send out a. I don't want to cast that one, so I'm gonna just walk forward, take out my mace, and do a non-lethal attack.
Okay. So, for Bless.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Bless is regular action.
Right. As well as that, I do need an intelligence save from you.
Stinky.
The wrong time to play a dumb character.
Intelligence save of 16.
Pass. Managed to bless your friends and startle the 2 crossbowmen in front of you in the process. But do you have a bonus action you would like to use or are able to use?
Considering what we're gonna end up doing later, now that'll be it.
Okay, noted.
What
So,
we're doing later.
Considering the terrible crap.
This second crossbowman, then, the one that you had tried to knock to the ground with your scimitar, is gonna swivel, focusing fire towards the cast and fire at Tilly. Which is...
I'll use cutting words on that. And I'm going to shout over, "Oh, don't worry nothing about it. He could hit Brockside of a barn with a shot."
Okay, so as I recall, Cunning Words is just a bard feature, right?
Yeah, it's a reaction
Okay.
where I use Bardic Inspiration.
What does that change?
So I just roll my d6 and take that off of his to hit.
Okay,
So whatever you rolled, subtract 5.
okay. Your friend there just saved you from a natural 20.
Ooh.
But that is still an 18 to hit.
That's fine.
Okay. Find my favorite roll here. 7 points of piercing damage as you get struck pretty heavily in the shoulder between those metal plates. You see splinters of that wood.
I was wrong.
Ow.
We are back up to Relurin.
Right. Well, I think in this case, if magic's gonna be a problem, I'm just gonna sit that down lightly and just I'll pull out a crossbow. I'm pretty sure this plays just fine. I'm gonna try and shoot at the one that shot at Tilly.
Okay, take a shot.
All right. Sorry. Come
Don't
on.
forget Bless.
Bless up. You are correct.
Ooh.
So that is 22 to hit.
Very nice, that'll hit. Roll some damage.
All right. You can go on and take 9 damage, piercing.
9 damage piercing. Okay, so you, with your quip about crossbow effectiveness, turn and pull your crossbow up, take a shot. You also hear the snap of bone, but it impacts directly into his collarbone and just lodges a good 2 inches deep as he kind of sputters backwards and lands on the ground, and between that and his other wounds is unable to get back up. Fortunately, it killed him, though, because call it non-lethal, but he did.
I feel bad about it later.
All right. That brings on to Gary.
All right, I'd like to go around and I'll start moving my flails around me in a circle. There's one left, right?
There's one left, the one directly in front of you.
All right, I'll take my 2 attacks at him. 13.
Miss.
Bonus action. Less than that.
Also a miss. He is, by sheer dumb luck, coughing and skittering on his boot heels out of the way of these spinning metal orbs that you were just whirling around.
Damn.
But
They can shoot on their slippery, the worst combination.
indeed. From there, we are on to Roten.
The guy that's trying to crawl away from name. Hold on, I apologize. From Gary is close to me, right?
Yes.
I'm going to run over to where I'm kind of like on the other side of him crawling away, and I'm going to try to stab my scimitar into his hand to try to pin him to what I can to the ground.
Okay.
So non-lethal.
All right. So roll for an attack for me.
Don't forget bless, cause you're blessed.
So, question, does bless still add to a nat 1?
Yes.
I mean, it
It's
will.
a miss
but
anyways.
Yeah. I'm like,
but-
do you need the answer to that though?
Cool.
You're good.
I just wanted to know if it counted just for future reference, and I'm gonna roll it anyways. Awesome. Cool.
Slippery bugger he is. Scimitars are quicker, but not quick as this guy's hide boots. He is up next. He's going to... He's going to actually brandish the side of his cross, because he's not, like, he's being assailed real close range. He's going to brandish the back of this heavy crossbow just at length, wield it like a club, and just wind back and try to take a swing to kind of bat Gary back a little bit. Which is going to be... Well, if the last one didn't hit, that's not going to hit. That was a 15. At this point, though, you do also start to notice other folk. People are paying attention. There are a couple people on doorsteps. Down the way from these two. Like, behind these two. Beyond that, because this is fighting moves quick, we are on to Tilly.
So from this building that they were coming out of, there are more people behind them.
So, yeah, so if you assume here is the church, and then the road intersects it this way, it's down, let me see, orient myself. It's down the T is the direction you're fighting, like from the church this way. They are behind the guards, like moving this way. So they're moving up the T length of the road towards the church, and you are fighting back to the church right now.
How many that I can see?
Would you like to take your action and actually focus on that?
I trust the boys will get the job done. I to check how many people are coming.
Okay, give me a perception check for the area.
That's gonna be a 17.
Pretty spicy. All right, 17. There are 3 individuals who look like they are present and possibly willing to fight. Kind of moving over to see the ruckus, getting closer. The other individuals that are out there, a number of them, but they also don't look armed, more like curious.
Boys, company.
Shh. On my dick and call Christmas.
Anything
be the end
with
for me.
your bonus action, if you have anything. But
I have something, but I don't want to use it.
okay. Sounds good. So that will round out that round then. I need to get some more initiatives in here.
Oh,
for
good.
minute
Uh-oh.
movement of these bastards.
Yay. glad I used that second level sleep spell already.
You didn't use that second level sweet.
I didn't use it, but it's still gone.
Sir, this is going to be interesting.
Okay. We are up to Relurin, though. At this point, because he called it out, Tilly, you can pay attention to Tilly's words. There are 3 individuals who are brandishing other crossbows. These appear to be hand crossbows, one hand, hand axe, other hand. The third guy is two-handing a pickaxe that he pulled from the side of his house.
Mm.
Angry Bob.
Relurin, you are up. Also, they're about 60 feet back from you right now.
Oh, sorry. I had someone come in. Fucking hell. I guess on the new crowd, we're gonna try getting a sleep spell on them again. So
Go for it.
I'll just pop that one. So should I just do the intelligence save first?
No need.
Oh. All right. That's gonna.
Because it automatically fails.
It got worse. No.
Magic is
Okay.
unusable for the rest of the session.
5d8. Oh gosh. All right. Let me just. Here we go. All right. That is a pool of 22 health.
22 health. Very nice. Nope. So the two individuals, hand axe and hand crossbow folk, they are both out for the count. Moving forward, they are 60 feet back from you, dead in their tracks, facing the sand. The pickaxe man seems a little bit more determined, and wearing what looks like a armor made out of casserole dishes and pots, but he's doing well. He's still going.
Shot.
From there, we are on to Gary.
Tilly, I'm not really remembering. Did you bless me too?
You 3 are blessed.
You all done been
All
blessed.
right. All right, I'll take one swipe at this guy. He's already down, or did he evade all of them? I believe he evaded all
Yeah,
of
so
them.
the guy in front of you, he's still alive.
All right,
Worming on the floor.
one attack on him, and that is a 8 total.
8 to hit?
Yeah,
That's a miss.
with the bless. Bonus action. This is a bit better, 15.
15?
Mm-hmm.
I feel really
Yeah,
bad,
yeah.
but still miss.
No.
Oh well, I'll start walking. I'll drop my flails. They ain't working, y'all. They're rusted. They're crusted. They're busted. And I'll take out my 2 pickaxes.
Okay. So, matching pickaxe for pickaxe, you begin to brandish some new weaponry. That'll bring us on to Rilton. Yes, Rilton, sorry. Go ahead.
So, can magic be non-lethal? Can I declare a
Depends
non-lethal
on the
attack for
spell.
magic? Okay.
What spell are you thinking?
I'm thinking of doing a poison spray and just kind of puffing it into his face, and then have it be like a, not like a, kind of like a sleeping gas, since it's noxious. Since it's a noxious gas.
Okay, give me. I'll give you 2 rolls. Go ahead and roll for an attack for me.
Okay.
Let's see if it hits.
It does not.
Cool.
Oh wait,
Even-
never mind. Poison spray is a saving throw. My
Oh,
bad.
okay, got it. What is your save DC?
13 con.
I am disappointed in my rolls today. That was an 18 modified for con.
Wow, crazy. He just huffs the poison like it's nothing.
Oh yeah, he's smelled worse from the back of his cattle drive.
That's gonna be my turn.
Okay, sounds good. On to the individual that you have missed a couple of times, Gary. He's going to return strike. If you're moving forward, dropping your flails, because he doesn't have anything other than his crossbow. He's gonna scoop one of those and take a swing at you.
All right, roll.
That is a 19.
Barely hits.
Barely hits. Flails are D8.
Yep.
Okay, good.
Plus strength mod.
Plus strength. Well, 5 points of bludgeoning damage from you.
So 2 points because I have heavy weapon master.
Say again.
So 2 points because I have heavy weapon master. Heavy armor master.
Heavy armor mass. Gotcha. Got it. Very nice. All right. So we are on to Tilly.
Seeing how elusive this worm of a man is, I'm gonna cast guiding. Oh no, I don't know. Can guiding bolt be non-lethal?
Guiding bolt. I'm gonna say no. Ranged impact stuff, probably not.
I will. In that case, I'm gonna walk up and, well, I will cast. Maybe this would work. Would a spiritual weapon be able? It's just a hit, so potentially.
Yeah, you could technically with a spiritual weapon, sure.
I will do that. Let me go ahead. Give me a second here.
What's your weapon?
Oh, my weapon. Considering Tilly's background, I'm gonna say it's a giant tulip.
Very
Awesome.
nice.
But it's gonna be spiked like razors
Like
for this occasion.
like thorns, but they're razor blades.
It's like a.
That's gonna be a 16.
16. 16 will just hit.
Oh yes.
Roll some damage for me.
Dun, dun, dun,
They'd be like, why won't you go down? 8.
8 damage non-lethally.
Yes.
All right, so he is down for the count. Pretty heavy clock. He is bleeding because you've made the determination that that is a bladed weapon, so that doesn't really benefit you. But he's not dead.
But he is dying.
He could be dying.
Oh.
Could be.
I feel bad because of what I am. Heal you later. Maybe. We'll see. Don't hurt us. That's the end.
Okay.
As he's bleeding out and coughing up blood. Please don't that.
As I recall, sleep does not have saves.
Oh, you're just asleep.
Yeah, you're just asleep. So those two are out. The pickaxe guy was real intent on... Oh, I love when narrative roles work out. He was really intent on charging other pickaxe man, Gary, until he saw a tulip of evil just apparate out of the sky and beat his friend perceivably to death. And he's actually going to use his full movement and action to leave. He's fucking piecing. He's gone.
Adios.
Magic is not super common here, and that benefits you as much as it could benefit you. As the two of these individuals are down for the count, From behind you, doors of the church, you see, or you hear first, because you would be facing the opposite direction, you would hear, now, I was pretty clear when I welcomed y'all into my home that this was not the way of things. And you done gone betrayed that.
In the middle of him saying that, I cast cantrip Spare the Dying to close up any wounds and stabilize said potentially dying person.
Okay, I would like you to roll an intelligence save.
One moment. Give me a quick second. I just need to refresh the page. D&D Beyond's a little slow right now.
Yeah, go for it. No worries.
There we go. That's gonna be a 17.
17 passes. So, you manage to stabilize the person on the floor. Let me get some.
What's up with that weave jammers in the air, man?
I will ask you the question because I have no need to continue a fight if there is no need to. Are you turning your attacks towards the preacher as he heads out, or are you going to listen to him and break combat?
I don't want to get alongside a preacher with a whole congregation of hundreds behind him.
I don't think I have enough spells to handle this many people.
Well, if they all got together, in theory. Look, we don't step in something. We're about to figure out what it is, and we can either dig ourselves a bit deeper, or we can get on making a ladder out.
I mean, I don't use the magic. It's up to y'all, really.
What? Oh yeah, go for it. Make a call.
How far away are they?
The preacher from you would
Mhm.
be about 45 feet. Everybody else be closer to probably 30.
Rilton is gonna sheath his scimitar, but keep his hand close to it just in case.
Okay. So the preacher will continue then. He looks at all of you and he goes, "What brought you out in the middle of such a storm to... I don't even know what this is. I haven't seen bloodshed in this town in some time."
Well, you go on, tell Gary and Tilly. You're the ones who've seen it.
Mm-hmm. Well, we were just walking away, being all nice. I had to go to the bathroom, and I'm just so scared of storms. It's a thing that happened from my childhood. I just can't be alone when there's a storm out. And we just got lost. And these people came over here. This man brandishing crossbow at us as if we're like, I don't know, birds. I'm telling you, Rev, like they just attacked us, and we were defending ourselves. One of
Did
them
they
said
now?
something about that dirty magic user go die, leave our town.
Oh.
They said they're going to build a wall.
Make a deception check.
Real quick, can I give advantage
I
by
did
adding in that they targeted Tilly?
No.
Here goes. All right. That'll be an 11.
11?
Mm-hmm.
Preacher smiles. "I appreciate your attempts at self-preservation. You have nothing to worry about from me. I understand that it is a scary thing to have new users in town who do not know how the rules work. But I also know that I train my folk better than that. And they wouldn't have done such a thing unless provoked. So-
All right. Well,
You won't say something?
yeah, I would. You come out here on some pretense of some strange lights going on. We figure there's some kind of event. Next thing I know, we got people encroaching on us. Something ain't right. Something ain't right is happening. I don't know if you's involved or you don't know about it, but something ain't right.
Indeed, we we felt with the sighting of the lights, we felt what's the word? Left out, excluded. Even we thought there was indeed an event.
Okay. Turk. Let's see. Hold on just a sec. I'll read it.
Sure thing.
Okay. Yep. No, I'm gonna put it towards Relurin. I need you to make a wisdom save for me.
Ah, yes, my favorite. The 13.
13. Okay. So, there's a brief pause as y'all are talking about this, and the preacher continues to look at you, and he goes, "Now, I understand why y'all might have been curious about the lights up in my windows. But my business in that church is my own. I live there, and you can see to it that I only have the best interests at heart for these people. Y'all can go back to bed, or we could have some trouble."
Preacher, I have a question.
Yes.
You say that you have given these people freedom from the weave, and that that one should not be more than their natural self.
Correct.
However, if one is able to learn the gifts of the weave through study, through attunement with nature, who says that they are not being their natural self? What if you are?
Desire to manipulate and adjust that which should not be in their control. The way I see it, if you take the time out of your day to go in and learn magics for yourself, as opposed to being innately gifted, that's far less forgivable than those who are just accidentally born into it. Mind you, anybody can be redeemed, but deliberately walking a path such as that has not ever been good for this world. We've seen it. And I'm sure you've all seen it. Regardless of what you want to believe, casters and magic cause problems. The gods bicker, people fight. There's cosmic destruction on an incredible scale because people are meddling with things that they should not. And this is my piece of land that allows us to keep away from all that. To answer your question, do you have any more?
I believe that I understand as much as I can. However, I think that I would still disagree that shunning a part that you have worked for, that you would be able to learn, granted by whatever god, patron, or scripture has presented itself to you, is not something that a person should be able to take away.
You are free to believe what you like. But if you want a place in this town, even for a night, you ought to reconsider. Good night, all. Hope the beds find you well.
You know they're
Sad.
just as bad, right?
Does not respond. Turns and walks back into the building.
There's obviously something magical happening. People coming over.
Seeing the
He's over there.
Yeah, I mean, fair assumptions. Seeing the preacher walk back and have a amiable conversation with you, and then walk back into his church. Despite the tenseness in the street, the folks are no longer paying attention to you as much as a glance, and they are more focused on the individuals at the ground. Those asleep, the one dead, the one stabilized but dying. The rest of the townsfolk are who were paying attention are moving towards that to tend to them. What do you all do?
I can't get this out of my head. Do you three think I should check for any arcane remnants in the weave around this area now that we're out in the open near the church?
Oh, yeah, that's a great idea. One, we've got everyone all riled up. Let's just go and throw some magic on top of it again.
I mean, why not? I mean, it's out in the open. We're gonna go to sleep after this.
It's up to you. Didn't mean to make that sound
I'm
so
just
bad.
saying, yeah, I mean, I'm just saying you look over that tree and you seem to want to get real comfortable with it, is all I'm saying.
What?
I ain't fit to do
Sure,
no
sure,
dancing
sure.
on the air.
Surely it wasn't just me, but you felt something try to disrupt you. Did you not?
Oh, fucking yeah, of course, but we're not gonna fucking talk about that out here. You crazy?
Okay.
Nuttier than squirrel shit.
Okay.
So we're really believing that the good old Rev is kind of hard enough to excuse us killing somebody.
We're
And-
getting back into this saloon, this place. We're gonna sit there. We're gonna talk about this in private, and we're gonna try to get the fuck out of here as fast as possible.
All right, that's what I wanted to hear. No way in hell I'm staying the night here.
I'm just saying, it might not be immediate with the storm and whatnot. Tomorrow's got a sunny day. We break for it then, before they start getting ideas about trials.
Okay.
I ain't going out like my second uncle, all right?
Oh, sure. Let's go get a quick rest and try to wake up sooner than most.
All right.
All right.
Agreed.
Back to the saloon you go.
There is one quick thing I want to attempt. So you said that there's a crowd of people around the person who is stabilized but still dying.
A couple. Like, they're not like hoarding, but yeah, there are people around.
Rilton's gonna walk up to them, and he's just gonna ask, "What do you believe magic can be used for?"
The only person who responds to you in any kind of verbal manner is not kind. The response, as he looks up at you, kind of eyes glance around the space, and he goes, "You just saw what it was capable of. This is why we're all here."
Do you know what else it's capable of?
I don't know if I care if I can also do that.
Well, maybe this will change your mind. And Rilton holds up his hand, and on his left middle finger is a small twig wrapped around it twice with a rose petal on top. And he plucks the rose petal off and just drops it on the person who's struggling to stay alive. He's going to use the Band of the Dryad and heal this guy for 2d4 plus 2.
Okay. Roll some healing.
That's 6 points of healing.
6 points of healing. The individual wakes up from his unconsciousness aggressively as his wounds seal closed to the point that he can function, and he coughs up some residual bloods and things, and you don't get any conversation from him as he kind of skitters through the dirt, but the other individual who you were just talking to looks at you and he goes, I appreciate that as much as I can bring myself to allow, but anything that can swing so wildly both ways that allows us to meddle with things that we don't get, that we shouldn't probably, is no good. We can heal on our own given the time. Who's to say what too much of a good thing does? Even in Stranger. He looks down and he kind of kneels next to the woken individual and kind of tends to the wounds that are still present. He's pretty well off right now. Hell of an injury, but he's functional, breathing normally. There's definitely recognition from the people that saw that, but you're not sure how much stuck.
And then one last thing before Milton walks away. It's completely sensible to not want to tamper with something you don't understand. But don't shun it. Learn about it. Even if you won't use it, learn what I want you to take this, learn what you can from it, and then just understand that not every caster of magic can or will be a bad person.
You get eyes on you as you say it. Even one person might perceive a small nod, but not much more than that. No verbal confirmation of those words.
That's gonna be it. I give him the Band of the Dryad.
You gave him the ring?
I gave him the Band of the Dryad.
So, you all walk back to the saloon, returning to your room, I take it, for privacy. The shutters are still partially open as you are. That's kind of how they were left when you were all up there.
Close them.
That light. Shutters are closed. Last glimpse of the outside as you close those windows, the light in the churches again. Second floor.
Boys, I am quite troubled. Will you? You'll surely rest up during the night, but will you indulge me in a prayer? It'll heal you, but would you just give me the moment of your time?
Well, can't say I took too many licks there, so I'll still listen. What the hell? Can I say hell for your prayer? Is that allowed?
There is no verbiage of the word with my faith, with my power of which I draw my powers.
Hey, well, maybe you should look into it.
Well,
It's a
I
fun word.
don't. Fun fact: there is no other being upon which gifts I devote myself to. It is the Fae, the sprites and the spirits of the Feywild upon which I was
All
lent
right,
divine power.
I catch your meaning. Just
I take out different flowers from my crown, flower crown, hand it to them, conduct a prayer of healing for 10 minutes. They light up, and you each heal for 15 HP. And, well, thank you for those 10 minutes of your time. It was nice to just take a moment to, I guess, reflect and think about the positives of the arcane. I understand how we got off on the wrong foot with them, but this community is made of people who, some of which descend from those who are conduct themselves with a weave. The Eladrin, for example, I'm sure there are dwarves, halflings, others around who have innate abilities, and to throw it away and not take responsibility to learn. They have that responsibility, and I feel conflicted, and I don't know if I'm sad or mad. I don't understand the emotions in complexity as just yet, but it is, as always, for someone of myself, troubling and confusing as it is. Yeah.
hey, everyone get a little spooked with this shit right now. I'm spooked.
I
Go off. You tell her. I got nothing.
I mean, tell her, not everybody is responsible, and it might just be these people are just irresponsible, don't want to learn how to take care of their abilities. Like, somebody just found a knife for a morning star, decided to just go around swinging it. However, we don't know if these people actually made the choice, no? They can't remember 2 days to yesterday. And you and I, and you too, we were brought over here, not by choice. So I honestly don't see why. Well, some people might not like magic because of the dangers or whatever have you, but it should still be a choice one makes without being coerced, as it's happening right here. What choice are you gonna make? You either go outside with nobody, where you haven't heard anybody making out, or stay here. Say yes, I'll not using my magic. I will deny burying 6 powder myself, just because you have food and water.
That would be fine if they had the free will to do so, and something here does not connect. The plugs are not aligning the way they should. There is something arcane in the works here, something that is potentially affecting them too, and I fear it is from that man. And to preach hypocrisy to maintain order is and in this loss for words, you see
It's revolting.
just sparkling. I mean, I can't tear up, but my lens starts sparkling, and take with that what you may.
Maybe the arcane element isn't in the people. It's within the storms around the city. Maybe it's not his magical influence, but his religious influence that he has upon the people. Belief can be a powerful thing.
As a cleric, I know that all too well.
Get some of y'all magic. Soul tilling. You want to go looking around at that church? I remember a little birdie telling me, I forgot I can make y'all stealthy.
I can as well.
That was the birdie that told me. The birdie is you all along.
I mean, I could be a bird if I wanted to, just putting it out there.
Look, if we're gonna go poking our nose around this church, we do gotta do it quiet like, and we sure as hell ain't gonna keep playing nice, because they're not gonna play nice with us no more. I don't think.
Let's go
well,
larking.
If we are we going now again? Are we going in the
Yeah,
morning?
we're going. We're fuck it. As far as I'm
Dude.
Why
concerned.
would they ever assume we would go back there? Right away.
Sure. Y'all just love to go when I'm near down the end of my abilities. But sure,
Yes.
we'll figure something out.
Well,
I
no
was
one
going
asked
to
you
ask
pop
you.
your top off for magical spellcasters.
It's called having a moment.
Well, you had your moment then, and now it's time for us to have our own moments.
Yeah. Tell
Well,
you what, you
where
and
was that
Joyce-
moment when we could have been stealthy earlier, huh? Where was that birdie? I don't see that birdie now. But you know what?
Turn
Call
it-
them.
I turn into a bird.
Oh, Rilton.
It's a sparrow. It's a sparrow.
Good day, little guy. Look at him fly there.
Oh,
He's
still,
telling
I
you to-
can't even hear him.
He's telling you to solder on some balls to that chassis you got there. Get on down to the chapel, church, religious house, place of no God, creepy as fuck building. I can go on. We gotta get in there.
Our next destination, if you rather say that bit to describe it.
Concise.
Pulls out my crossbow from my backpack. I have this.
I have this, she says, pulling out a piece of actual weaponry.
Well, I have 2 flayers, 2 hand axes, 2 war picks, 2 whips, and a spare set of armor if you need.
Did you pick up your?
It was
Never mind. I
to be
can't talk.
fair, you actually don't have your flails anymore.
Why would I not pick him up?
Well, one of the guys had. I mean,
Yeah,
You
and he
just
was
left
down.
them.
you gonna go walk through the crowd and pick up both of your flails?
I mean,
Sorry,
I don't know about
forgot
y'all.
these. I'll be right back.
No, I'll
Just-
allow it.
Alright.
I'll allow it. Go for it. So you have.
Yeah, because that wouldn't be stealthy like. It's fine. I'll leave my flares there. They're all broken and crusted and busted.
We'll see if someone picks them up.
Your sad failure flails.
Flails of failure.
That's alright. I'll
Natural
start
hunt.
whipping these heathens. Even better.
Alright. So, how are we doing this?
Whip the god into them.
Rilton just goes. He takes the wing, and then like points his wing towards the window or towards the shutters, and is like, he points. Hold on, I'm trying to see where the camera is real quick. He points, and then he points to the actual window, and then does that with the wings.
Tell you what, my great aunt Relorana, she spoke bird. I think I know what he's saying. I'm gonna go and open up that window for him.
Flutters right out the window, looking around. One, to see if the flails are still on the ground, and then 2, to see if there's a way inside of the church.
Fair enough. Give me a perception
not-
check.
Yep.
Also, as a side note, while he is making the perception check, Tilly, grant you our session's point of inspiration for the religious bit that made the Warforged cry.
Thank you.
Good job, Jimmy. Hold on, I'm finding bird stats.
Oh, are we really gonna
What?
get into like, can an unladen swallow? How fast can an unladen
You actually
swallow
don't
fly?
need. You shouldn't need bird stats for your.
Should just be your perception.
because you're. Yeah, but B-shaped,
same.
you're allowed to maintain your stats.
Oh yeah,
As
they
a
that
druid,
is
Only-
the
your
word.
stats.
Oh yeah, it's familiar. It's not a
Familiars
okay,
and
that makes
polymorph.
sense.
Unless
Awesome.
the bird's wisdom, like perception, is higher than yours.
It is not. That was only an 8.
Only an 8.
Yes.
Not sure about an entrance into the church other than the actual entrance into the church. And one of the flails is gone. The other one's still on the ground.
Okay. So trying not to look suspicious, I flutter around a couple times, just kind of going around the street and then go back into the window.
Okay.
And then I drop the wild shape. Couldn't see an entrance to the church other than the door. And okay news, there's a flail still on the ground.
a single flail.
Yes, there's one flail.
All right. So, y'all want to go right now? I know, Tilly, you say you're running a little bit low on oil.
I'm about halfway. I think well, as for my healing capabilities, I do have a certain feature that doesn't require my use of the arcane, so I think that we'll be okay. I think that I trust you all not to get hurt. I trust. So let's do this.
Now you can trust
Take
me.
two, you
to
guys.
Stealthy.
Stealthily
Pass-
this time.
Pass without a trace. Cast.
Disadvantage.
Very nice.
Plus 10 to stealth check.
Plus 10 to stealth checks.
19. Oh, sorry.
21.
You're gonna call it out.
Oh.
Yeah, 19, 21. What else we got?
Hold on. What happened? Do I have this for a different reason? I think I do. 1 second. So I'm sorry, what was the question? Something happened in the
Oh, you're rolling stealth.
Yep, okay. 18.
18.
Yes.
Plus 10.
Yeah, 18 plus 10. Or 10 plus 8 is 18.
24 for myself.
Very nice. Okay. An astounding success, which is fun considering that there are still a couple people out and about. But you do a far better job at kind of darting between buildings and keeping below window lines until you reach the side of the church. Unknown. Are you slipping through the front?
I'm more of a backdoor kind of person. I don't know about y'all.
I feel like kicking in the front door might not be the best way to do it. Let's see. Let's do a circle of this massive structure. See if we can't find an alternative method of entry. Catch my drift.
There are a lot of windows. Tall windows. They do not appear to be openable, but they also don't appear to be particularly well made. The back of the church, there is a locked small cellar entrance.
I like to go to the lock and inspect it.
Okay, it is. Go ahead. Investigation.
12.
12.
Mm-hmm.
It appears to be a big old lock.
I'd like to try to pick it.
Okay. Are you proficient
I'm
in these
proficient.
tools?
That I am.
Very nice. D20 plus your proficiency.
That
Guidance.
would be
Guidance. I cast guidance.
I'll allow it.
Sorry.
Ooh,
You're good.
I
Right
rolled
before the roll.
19
What'd you get?
total. 19 total.
19 total. You guys get all the way around the back of this place. Start picking the locks. It doesn't take you long to get it off. It is a hard, just old school iron lock. Pops it open. You heading down in?
Oh, Sure, why not? I start walking. Thank you so
ants
much,
don't
Tilly.
Yeah, let's proceed with caution now, shall we?
I mean,
Doing
yeah,
any
we go.
creep down.
The base of the church, or rather the basement of the church, there's a couple things. Primary of which is an armory. You're looking at racks of crossbows, good number of what looks like a barrel of these heavy-handed pickaxes. Maybe more of a supply warehouse is a better description, because some of these things are not necessarily weapons, could be used as such and have been used against you, but you got pickaxes, those hand axes. You've also got a whole rack of crossbows, both hand and heavy. 2 barrels, and I'm talking like big-ass pickle barrels, sealed up. And then what looks like ration sacks. It's a little cooler down here, so they very well could be, flour, root vegetables, things of that sort. And then a stairwell leading up through the back of the church to the main floor.
Is there anything else maybe a little bit more interesting around?
Give me an investigation check.
4.
4? Nope.
Yeah.
How about we also help you look for things? It's hard to do it by yourself. I understand.
Yeah, my eyes aren't the best.
Okay. Give me a roll.
Yeah.
Anybody here most keen with their eyes?
What does that even mean?
If I had to put a number on how keen my eyes are, I would say 2.
Look, I want to take a look around perception. That is
Guidance on self.
with
Doesn't-
guidance, that's a lot better. Last is 23.
I didn't cast guidance on you, cast guidance on him.
Oh, god dang it, man! You got my hopes up. In that case,
It was
15.
15?
I too got 15.
Okay, with a 15, if you take the time to look through things, those 2 barrels look to be refined rations of whatever they've been mining, which is to say, topped off with a very fine black powder.
That is something. Can I just tip my hand through it? We should. Oh, that.
With the help of my herbalism kit, would I be able to ascertain the nature of this powder by chance?
Give me a... This is atypical, but you are a warforged, so I will grant you a history check. With your proficiency... Well, let's see. No, are you... that one's hard, because it's not nature, but... I'll allow the herbalism kit because you are a warforged. So go ahead and roll your d20 plus your proficiency for that.
And that falls under wisdom. Okay, d20 plus. 22.
22?
18 plus 4.
You would. It is rarely used in the world right now. Very, very few things. But the dwarves and the creationists of the Warforged, whether it be from your personal experience or reading about your own folks' history, have used or employed the use of black powders before. This setting predates black powder for the use of weaponry, but mining, it is starting to become a practical application for blasting and things. So you would know what it is and what it can do.
So deadly. First of all, this substance, when looking around for an example, but any spark, any semblance of a fire or like can have this substance be used as a catalyst for an explosive.
Do you think it would be useful in the coming events?
I does it depends on for what, but this material is very, very rare and very powerful.
Tell you what, why don't we go keep looking around and we come back here and decide what to do with it?
If we want a big boom, then yeah.
Hopefully not with us around it.
Let's move on. I agree.
Just need to check out.
I'm gonna keep an eye.
Okay, so leaving it here for now. What are you guys up to?
Nowhere to go but up now.
Just
If we don't come back to this, tell you what, DM, would it be possible if I had an extra vial on hand to collect some from my herbalism kits, just to take along with us?
Yeah, I'll give you a beaker's worth that you could feasibly take with you,
Just in case.
just in
A
case.
200 ml beaker worth.
600 milliliter beaker. Also, I'm going to empty my mess kit and just kind of put the contents in my backpack, and I'm going to just scoop it into the kit and then close it.
Okay, so your mess
so
kit is
there's just-
also filled with explosive.
Yes, I have
Lovely.
explosive mess kit and a messy backpack.
Gonna refrain from keeping explosive materials on myself for the moment.
Y'all don't know any fire spells, do y'all? So I know not to be around you.
Oh, I know.
No,
a
but
couple
I
fire
do.
spells.
But I do have this torch set with me.
You don't.
But I do.
Y'all do not. do
How about
that
you
right
put
now.
the torches in the thing before we go?
But
We'll
the
figure it
torches are-
out. All right. We will cross that bridge when we come to. All right. Let's just keep on stealthing about. All right.
Let's just let's go upstairs.
know what's going on. Let's figure this shit out. Come on.
Okay. So,
Okay.
sorry.
We go up.
Yep, up you go.
Up.
Up
The
we go.
Center of the church, empty. It is, as you recall it, just as bare and hollow as it was before, but lacking the vocals of, a whole mass of people speaking. So now it is just empty.
Oh, I say we go to the second floor.
I like to pay at least a quick little look see at the pew.
Okay.
If there's any like hidden compartments, any
Give me an investigation check.
18.
18? Nothing.
All right.
What? Was
I was
this,
just having-
like the preacher's like pew that you were talking about?
Yeah, the pulpit.
Yeah.
podium.
Yeah.
I meant that, yeah. All right, y'all. There's no Great McMuffin, or sorry,
In the
I would love a
the
McMuffin
layout.
right now.
Yes. What is taste? The sense of taste. In the layout of the main floor of the church, in relation to where we are, possibly near the front, where is the stairs?
So
if
this-
we can see them.
Yeah, the stairs were
To go
visible
up.
when you walked in, too. The stairs are narrow, single file stairs that are kind of wedged on the right hand side of the back of the church behind the pulpit area. They go up and then they make an abrupt left turn 90 degrees and go up to the rest of the platform.
seems like the only thing we can do is keep going up until we find something.
Well, who
Let's
wants to
keep
be
going
first?
quiet. If I had to put a finger to someone who seems like they could take the most damage, or rather not get hurt by someone coming right in their face.
Tilly. I get you, it's Tilly. Mm-hmm.
Tell you
No.
what, I don't want to do it, but I can actually spend part of my abilities to either put a ward on you, so that if someone were to attempt to attack you, they would have to find it in their right mind to either find someone else or drop their intentions completely, or I can make you harder to hit. One of the two, your choices.
Right, I think he was joking. Gary, you got more timpans on you than that other dude did. So, why don't you lead us on here? Plus, you're the one handy with the picks. Both lock and physical.
I saw what you did. Real funny, real funny. Oh, yeah, I'll walk forward.
Alright. Up the stairs we go. Let me get a marching order for the single file Scooby-Doo
Third.
line. Okay.
I'm gonna go third.
Oh, that puts you at second there, Lurin.
Well, shit.
Very nice.
That's
you
all
ain't-
right.
Alright, so.
If you,
Oh, go ahead. What?
other than joke, if you weren't gonna be first, you were gonna be second.
So glad to
You-
be
you-
voluntold. Be surrounded by people who love me and care about my safety. I will remember this.
Everyone will remember this.
He will remember this.
As you walk up these stairs, the door is cracked. You can see the same kind of light that you were seeing through the windows come in. There are voices inside, too.
Two as in...
Two
Oh,
different
sorry.
voices.
Okay.
Do any of you speak Abyssal?
You know, I didn't pick that one up. Just gonna put that in the yikes box, though.
This is
know
why y'all
Abyssal.
never take primordial.
Okay, so what you hear then is, it's like fucking backwards Latin. Like, it's bad. It's not good sounds, and one of them you can recognize more or less as the Reverend. The second one you do not recognize as you approach this door.
Well, I think it's safe to say that there's definitely magic going on. How are we gonna do this? We have to stop it.
I'll take all my pickaxes.
Okay, maybe not busted.
I don't know. Busting it seems like a pretty smart idea right now.
Rilton, do you wish to shape into one of your smaller forms and go and do some reconnaissance?
That's what I was thinking. But I wasn't sure if we would need that later.
We might very much need that later if we're gonna. Okay, this is a demonic ritual of sorts. Only thing you do with demonic rituals is be a part of it or bust it up.
How good?
Or
do
get
you
the
think-
fuck out of it. Oh, that's the right shit.
Pulls out torch kit. So now,
You maybe actually.
Good idea, actually. I can light that in an instant if you need it.
Let's not be right near it when it goes off, though. That's not a good idea.
Are we going with bomb?
I think we're going
well,
with bomb.
Big boom.
Okay,
Big
how are,
boom.
Okay, are we going with 2 bombs or 1 bomb?
We stack up. No, kidding.
are you blowing them at the door? What is the plan here?
What is the door situation like?
The
Raid.
door is cracked. That's the thing. Is it's like it's not
Ah.
locked. You can see the light coming through. It's just kind of hanging just a little.
Well,
we-
maybe you throw it and light it.
We
Tilly.
are still. Yes.
Do you mind giving me your vial and a torch? So I take out my mess kit and a torch of my own, and I put it to where the torch is like the torches are going opposite sides of each other. One torch, the bottom of it kind of goes into the beaker, and then the other torch, the burning part goes into the beaker, and then vice versa for the mess kit. And then I take some of my hempen rope and tie it together, so it's like one of those German grenades, but on both sides.
Okay.
I can light these together, and it'll be a big
We are
a bigger
really
explosion. Ooh.
All right.
Wow.
This will be a much larger explosion than if we just used one of them.
We're about to go ape shit, as they say.
Is there a window nearby by the hallway?
Nope. There is not.
Do it.
Alright.
Okay, if
Shit.
that's the case, shuffle Rilton to the front so that he can peek through stealthily, and then throw it in.
Definitely stealthily peek through.
Okay. So, as you peek through, there is. Hold on.
Whew. Thank God for Druidcraft.
As you peek through, there is, on the opposite of the room, kind of blurry, kind of hazed, a horrible, very large, rotund demon who is standing there and dressed in what you would see as like merchant's robes, very, very fine robes. Across from him stands the Reverend as they speak at edges of this stave trail kind of carved into the ground and glowing, linking the two of, or at least it looks like they're finishing a circuit, like the demon is on one end and the Reverend is on the other of this line of staves that are burned into the base of this church. And those are what are giving off the light that you were seeing from outside. The communication does not cease necessarily, but I do need you to roll stealth to see if it will.
Has it been an hour since I cast Pass Without a Trace?
No. And just you specifically.
Okay. Ooh, 13.
13?
Wait, no, plus myself. Hold on. 13 and then 15.
15? Okay.
15.
Even plus 10.
Yeah, that's plus 10.
Boom, dude. That's no bueno.
Oh.
Okay, so with a 15, the conversation seems to finish as you watch that demon apparate in black smoke as he leaves the space. A Reverend has not noticed you as he moves from the stave line that he was carved into the ground to walk over to his desk. He sits down at it. There's also a bed on the other corner of the room, presumably where he would be sleeping. It's a small space, small kind of kitchenette-esque thing, more just a stove than anything. But this is both his ritual space and his living space and his church as he sits down at the desk and begins to write.
Okay, I peek back out of the door. Okay, so demon saw me. Good news, Reverend didn't. He's sitting at a desk right now.
You don't think that they don't have what's the word? Like he can...
Telepathy.
That?
Mind talking. Maybe.
Talking.
But do you think he knows about the bomb plan?
That was done before, so I would say no. I'm not too versed in the powers of most demons.
So should we try and incapacitate extremely the Reverend?
I mean, yes, usually when things happen, you assume the plan is, gone wrong. Like a demon probably saw you, or probably saw us, supposed to somehow.
Why are we still talking about this? I feel like we're really
I know,
gotta
I'm
get in
ru-
on him.
All right, bomb
Let's-
plan.
I start running out the door.
All right,
Fight.
chuck the bomb right in as he bursts.
Is that what's happening?
As he breaks the door.
FBI, open up.
Okay.
I,
I need Gary to
Mhm.
roll a dexterity save for me, and I need
Mhm.
Rilton
Hi.
Wilton,
make an attack roll for me.
attack roll. Is this for the bomb or for Druidcraft
This
to
would
light
be
it?
for the bomb.
Okay.
I'm not gonna, I'm
is
not
that
gonna put much stock
dexterity?
into needing to light it. Just throwing
Okay.
it.
Dexterity or strength mod?
Throwing can be either, so I'll give you the option.
I'm assuming I'm not proficient in bomb. So dirty 20.
Okay. I
imagine going about your business, talking to your demon friend. He hangs up on you, and then someone lights your ass up.
You just get Chipotle out of nowhere.
And then people, unannounced, come into your house, wrecking your shit, and you just...
It's just literal.
I mean, it's in the Cultist Handbook. This is what happens every time, right?
oh
I should
absolutely.
have yelled fire in the hole.
I need you to roll me 10d6.
Oh god, yes. Awesome.
I mean-
I dropped my d6. Okay.
Maybe not
Roll
so good.
high.
'cause we're just-
6.
That was because it was like
10.
a double.
15. That's 3. 19. 21. 24. 26. 28. I dropped it again. 32. 34.
Mhm.
Last roll. 37 fire damage.
37 fire damage. So, you burst open the door. What did you roll, by the way? Dex save.
5.
Very nice. Okay. Yep. I'm gonna need you to take all of that.
All right, done.
Okay. So, you burst open the door, probably running a little bit further than you were anticipating was safe. And past your shoulder whizzes this horrible German stick grenade as it collides at the feet of the Reverend, who stands and turns and looks at the commotion, actually unaware that you all were there, as the side of the church explodes, sending him careening down into the street. Glass shattering from various locations. Oh no.
Oh god, I blew up a Reverend. No! You fool! Okay.
You absolute buffoon.
He got blown up as well.
Oh
He got
god.
lost.
I thought it was gonna be a thing where like the Reverend turned into the demon and he like took half.
Nope.
I didn't think that he was just gonna get blown out of the side of the building.
Yeah. So you got
Oh god.
aggressively launched out of the side of the building, careening and landing into the street. The side of the church now ablaze once again. portions of its debris hitting the ground.
Is the demon circle still
It is
at
broken.
least partly?
Yes, okay. Because we all know the demon circle is the real target, actually.
But the sigils are still there. It's like partly.
I
Some.
mean, there are remnants of it, but being a cleric, if you break the line, whatever effectiveness it had is probably gone.
Yes, I meant just that we, like, even though the arcane powers within it are embedded within are gone, like the symbols are still like
Yes,
etched.
there are still portions of the symbols that are still present and etched.
Evidence.
Yes! Woo!
Okay, what are you guys doing? Quick calls.
How, like, what does the church look like? Is it a massive hole? Is it, like, caved
it's
in and
not
sliding?
good. It's a big old hole that you just threw him out of.
Awesome. So it's not, like, crumbling, like,
No.
burned wood that I can slide down.
It
Okay.
is on fire, but it is not collapsing.
Okay. Everybody, time to get out?
I would like to look outside by the hole. Do I see the Reverend?
You do see the Reverend. He is probably 30 feet into the center of the thoroughfare, almost skidded close to the tree. What damage did you roll, nerd? Rilton?
37? Yeah, 37 fire damage.
Yep. All right.
Okay.
Quick, y'all, look around, see if there's any evidence. That isn't
Gary,
blown.
did you take some damage?
I took 37 points of damage.
He's a tank. I knew that I was hoping that would be good because I have 31 health. Hopefully he has more than me.
I'm gonna channel divinity, and I'm giving you my the full 20 HP in my pool.
Thank you, thank you.
Very nice. Okay, so you are doing well. Again.
And I'm going to second wind. And that's 0, which is a 10 plus 4, 14.
You almost got all of your health back.
Yeah, I'm at 37 out of 40.
Well, go on. He's right there.
I jumped down after him.
Okay, give me a dex check. Acrobatics. Give me an acrobatics check.
Can I
Just
use
jumping down.
athletics instead? That would be a 4.
Oh my
Man.
god.
You're rolling so low tonight. Oh my
Well,
god.
Not give you the same damage that the Reverend took from the fall, but I'll give you some of it. That is...
Usually this time I use roll 20 dice.
No, excuse me, as I rolled
12
20.
points of bludgeoning.
All right.
You
Do
deserve
I land
that
next
at
to the
least.
Reverend?
Hey.
As you stumble and catch your feet, as you just compacted both of your knees, making your way to the Reverend. He is barely alive. He is beat to shit. Most of him is shrapnelled or bloodied or not. He was not expecting that.
A bomb.
I'm taking my pickaxe and two-hand it down in his skull.
Roll for an attack for me with advantage.
Okay, that's 19.
Okay,
And
go ahead.
that'd be 21. All right.
Oh god.
And let's see. Here we go. That'll be 8 points of damage. Is that enough, or if not, I can go again?
Do you have another one in you?
I have an action surge on me.
If you would like to action surge, you may.
Action surge, go again. 16.
Just hits.
Cool.
Oh god.
Ooh, 13 points of sorry, no. 11 points of damage.
Oh my god.
1, 2, pound. 3, 4, pound.
Answers that you will probably never find now are perforated through the skull of Reverend Jacoby Sinesta as his corpse lays bloodied and smoldering on the ground in front of his church.
I do hate being annoyed. You should have listened to me and you would have lived.
All of you see
That's
this
what we're
from
taking away
the
from this?
second floor of the church from the hole that you have all.
Yeah, what other listeners there to be had?
Well,
Just
he's going crazy. I say everybody else, we take the back door out.
Y'all look it around, see if you find something.
I mean, I would assume some extra bomb fuel would be helpful.
Looking at the Reverend's corpse, that's the right have perforated his skull quite cleanly. Does he have anything on him?
We're just
Roll
shouting
investigation.
this from the church, aren't we?
I mean, are
We
you guys
just-
running
Ooh.
down there at this point?
17.
Yeah, I'm running down the back.
Yeah, we gotta get down there,
What'd
but
you roll?
17.
His tunic was empty, except for what looks like a bifold leather wallet. Except it's not a wallet in the traditional sense because we don't use paper currency. But what is inside of it is a series of very well drawn portrait sketches of a woman. The back of those pictures are all addressed as Amelia Sinesta.
fucking hell, man, there was Lord here.
I'm gonna tell you a little right now. He lost his girl to some magic, and now he hates all magic, and he wants everybody to not have magic. Happens all the time. You see all these insults all the time. It's always the same damn story.
And by this point, you can hear him. You guys are down where he's rifling through the body of the dead Sinesta.
Right. So I don't mean to alarm anybody. We just killed the guy in this town, and that tree's looking real close right now. If we don't figure out what our story is.
And
Well,
you better do it
the
quick,
story.
because that is a loud noise y'all just caused, and the town has paid notice. You got folks
Is
coming
it,
from
like-
all three directions trying to figure out what just happened.
I say we just explain the truth. The runes are still up there.
Yeah. You know what? You go explain that to him, and we'll see how well you look when you're trying to do a tap dance on the clouds.
Relurin, why are you always passing down responsibility? Like, that would be like me not going forward. Why don't you
That's
do
not
some little bit of talking, use some little bit of charm?
I do I apologize, by the way, for blowing you up. I didn't expect it to be that big.
That's
Cool.
fine. We're
The
dealing
people
with.
that do
Go, Tilly.
the people that do the talking here are going to be that musical person, like genius. Genius. That's a hard word to use right now. Is there anything that you can use to help strengthen this conversation? Rilton,
Look,
I am counting in my head to 30 before you have
Alright.
people asking
You
questions.
talk to that person. Rilton, you helped that person. You healed them. You have cred. You have street cred.
Hopefully I can find him and he'll trust me.
Tilly,
Yeah.
give him the D4, the help you've been doing.
All right.
Guidance, that's the thing.
Who's getting guidance? Me?
I don't know, Tilly, your choice.
Yeah, Tilly.
Oh,
you-
it's you.
okay.
Actually, is
Yes,
okay.
Bless and guidance.
Well, no,
and
because bless is only on saving attack or saving
Fuck,
throws.
yeah,
But okay,
you-
sure.
so
Fuck
just
it.
bless.
Fuck it. Bless.
Give me all the magic.
Um,
Let's let's
Oh wait,
face.
I got a bardic inspiration for you.
Oh, thank God.
Look, Realton, I'll be real with you. And listen to my voice when I say this. If you fuck this up,
We're
I'm
gonna
gonna
get fucked
leave.
up.
I'm gonna leave for dead, and there is gonna be really nothing you can do about it.
I am absolutely fine with that.
If you fight, well, I'm just saying, we're counting on you.
Oh,
Don't fuck
I'll-
this up.
I'll do my best.
I have nothing else, but I have one more thing. If they try to hurt you, here, and I cast Sanctuary on you.
Oh
As the
God,
crowd
I have so many things.
gathers, as the crowd gathers,
Do you want my
all
pickaxe?
directions. This is small chunks of them are paying attention to the church, which is igniting even further. Fire is
Yeah, that's
worsening.
good.
Oh, how'd that get there?
The debris is, you kind of hear it being kicked around as people get closer, and there are no words, though. There's no rage. This is not an angry mob. This is the mob of a group of people who just lost their prophet or their dad. And it's more tears than you're probably comfortable with, and a lot of silence. How are you going to address them?
Realton, go do the thing.
I'm gonna slowly walk forward, just like doing this, kind of figuring out what I'm going to say in the moment. Okay. We all understand that this is a bad situation. We did not come to this town expecting to. Let's be honest. You all know what happened. We did not expect to come to this town to destroy your church and accidentally kill this man. We just wanted to leave. And we will do so as soon as this is over. However, there is some evidence in the top floor of the church that may change your opinion about the priest. He himself was dealing with dark magics. There is what all of us assume to be a demon summoning circle. Mostly because there was a demon in the room when we found him. We're deeply sorry.
As you explain this to them, I need you to roll me a persuasion check.
Okay, this is gonna destroy me because I have a -1 in charisma.
But you have a D4
But I have
plus a
so, I have
D6.
so much
D6.
stuff, and
But
hopefully.
why did you sign up for this?
I was just talking about it, and I got pushed in. I'm okay with it
That's
because I
alright,
think
let's
this is
do it.
better.
Let's
I think
do
this is
it.
narratively better. Well, it went under my laptop. What'd I roll?
The
Not
suspense.
Not great. Hold on. So let's just subtract right away.
0.
Persuasion. Okay, so a D6 and a D4.
Correct.
Okay. It's not looking good. $11.
You speak the words of proof that you want to provide to these people about the nature of their preacher, their mayor, their sheriff. And as you're telling them about what they can find to prove that he is not what he says he is, to simple people nonetheless, the structural integrity of the second floor of the church gives way. And the roof falls in on itself, in a horrible crash of the loss of whatever evidence you had in a blaze. The people look on to you, and the one person that addressed you when you had healed his friend looks at you as he steps through the crowd, and he kind of sidesteps the tree that Sinesta is laying at, and he holds the ring in his hand that you had provided him, and he drops it down the well. And he looks at you and he goes, I don't care what you thought of our town. I don't care what you wanted to believe about the problems that we have. Every town has its problems. And you're not the first to come in and feel like we were wrong to believe the way that we did. And most learn to believe otherwise. But this, I can't. We're not nearly violent folk. Out. Now.
With every piece of intent, I draw up all the confidence I can, step forward, give a quick roundabout, and tell them, okay, we will leave. But understand, please, that what transpired was done because we potentially just freed you. There is one thing to be able to, of free will, make these decisions, to choose to abandon the arcane, which is fine if it is your prerogative, if it is yours. But to be eluded, tempted, persuaded, forced by this man with the help of the forces that he so himself says not to abide by, not to cooperate with, not to use, is wrong. And our evidence is gone, but I plead, please, you have yourselves now, you have each other, and I hope that whatever was before this town makes itself known to you within your hearts. Goodbye.
As you're saying this, the individual who is just speaking to Rilton walks forward, taking stride, pretty much in pace with what you're saying before he's right up on you. He bears no weapons, but he places a hand on your chest, right at the ridge of like where your the top of, I guess, the metal plating would sit, just enough that like the fingers could rest on it, almost like you're grabbing a cuirass, but not. And he looks you in the eyes, and he goes, "Well, you got your wish. Y'all got your wish. So we're trying to figure out why. Forced your outside perspective. We have no proof. But yeah, now we're gonna have to find our own way. Because you just killed the way that we knew. So, I don't care if you have to take the horses. But with all the respect that I can provide you, fuck off." And he lets go of your breastplate and he walks off back into the crowd. Some people don't move. They continue to cry. Some people watch you as you do whatever it is you're doing, and some people just go back into their homes, unsure as to what happened and without any proof of the contrary. People so indoctrinated in what they were working on that without that proof, or without some kind of explanation in front of them, they're inclined to just see this as a tragedy. And best efforts present, you probably realize at this point that you won't get through to them with what you have.
You know, if we stick around long enough, we'll probably see that bomb go off under the cellar.
Yeah.
What if we show to them? You know, it's a long shot, but what if we show them their equipment can be just as destructive as magic?
Show them what? You think you're gonna have some kind of sermon on the mount with this shit right now?
It's already done. It's already over.
I don't understand what they're going through. He was reaching for something.
Some things are better left unsaid. They, you know, we may never know, but, you know, they may not like it, but they don't have that influence on them. And
I'm gonna cut you off right here with the left unsaid part. It's best left unsaid. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Get on the horses, leave this town behind us, and let's all try to collectively forget this shit. I hope I get hit with that memory altering bullshit.
Four horses
Maybe.
around this time are provided to you. No words, just kind of throwing the reins over the mane and slapped on the back just enough to get them to trot down the way towards you.
We should probably warn them about the fact that that tiny amount of gunpowder caused that, and then those barrels.
It's the freaking armory.
City.
If we're riding into the sunset or rise, I take a flower off my crown and lay it on the sand.
As you all ride away from the town of Blackchapel, a massive explosion
Yeah.
erupts from behind you from the center of town, spilling debris and fire through the rest of a town small enough that, left unchecked, you could have just let the whole town burn down. But you won't know, because you got out.
Oh, guys, and look out.
Produced by Blackchapel was produced by Michael Bay.
And that is our episode, guys.
We failed every
A-team explosion!
Yes, Tyron, that is exactly what happened.
Oh yeah, Tyrant, they left two, 200-gallon pickle barrel sized, gunpowder barrels underneath the church.
Just when you thought, there was the initial boom, we ride off, and we have that badass, background, choo 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 choo, fireworks, it was...
Town died today, Dave.
Oh god, I'm sorry. I know that's not at all how that was supposed to go.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't.
We are definitely the baddies.
Our intentions were this, and we ended with that.
Right, yeah, no, y'all had real good perspectives on everything. It's like, hey, this is kind of messed up. All of these people have a connection to this, and we should let them embrace their existence. And then...
Or at least have
we
the
just killed
choice.
everybody and burned down their town.
I think it was okay until his head got pickaxed twice.
Yeah, that got a little aggressive real fast.
Well, yeah, I thought there would be a lot of evidence there, and I didn't want him to be like,
We
okay,
threw
you guys,
a bomb in a wooden church.
Yeah.
But when do you ever see bombs in D&D? Like now,
Exactly. Bombs are so fun, especially in D&D.
I honestly just didn't want him to talk and then ruin everything by rolling at 35 persuasion. These guys are the bad guys, kill them.
Now I was I was so like scared to roll that persuasion check, but I'm kind of happy that it was low. I feel like that was a good narrative twist.
I, you know, I, yeah, you know,
How we all
They're,
feeling? Cause Relurin
feel-
over there looks like he's just passed a kidney stone because of all the shit
I
you
feel
pulled.
bad, man. I feel bad. I feel like
so do I.
I feel bad that
Yeah.
there was a web here.
This is out.
and we
This
were
is out of
gonna-
character.
This is like,
Yeah.
entering the labyrinth with a cannon and just like, oh
Hey.
yeah.
Yeah, no,
You're
I didn't-
preaching, get it, preaching to the choir here. I had a meltdown yesterday, earlier today. It's like 2 a.m. You know,
oh god.
automaton to mono. I mean, I get it.
I love
So,
that.
Here's the fun part, and I'll address the audience to this too, so y'all can get excited. This was a part 1, depending on what I was expecting.
What?
You gotta
Oh.
make a part 2.
It will be a different group. This is not necessarily adventuring the same people, but Blackchapel as a town will return. And
Oh.
you all affected that, and how that next session's gonna go.
Are we the antagonists of the next Black?
We
I
are
think we are.
the reason they're like, oh, your adventures. Like the next time people come in, they're not gonna throw water on them. They're gonna immediately bind them up and be like, yeah, nope, this is no good. Yep.
Magic is even worse than we thought it was.
Oh yeah.
I saw that you didn't have any weapons
No.
on you, which only means that you do magic, right? We're
You
gonna
know,
hang you.
If you think about it, the poeticness is that the martial or like the common materials is what caused the damage rather than magic, because I just used the magic to spark the fire.
I'm sure they all appreciated the cruel irony of that as they were.
It's true.
Desperately
all of them
trying.
looked at it
Warning.
like, oh man, we really are the monsters. Look at what we built.
Exactly. Exactly. It's so
God,
obvious. Like
True, they
the-
threw the bomb at our
very,
church.
we
Pickaxe our
used
leader.
the very thing that they sought to. Yeah, I mean, boom, boom.
they destroyed
Um,
themselves. We're not the monsters.
You know what?
that-
I say to the next session, top that.
Good luck.
So,
Oh.
we're gonna wrap there. Thank you all for joining us. I really appreciate it. I'm super glad that this got to be my first session with TPK. I had a good time. Hopefully, y'all had a good time.
It was fun.
So I am. Fuck it. My name's Carlman Turner. I'm your dungeon master. Twitch, I go by JK Madigan, which you are free to call me. But my Instagram, as well as my Twitter, which is where most of I show up, follow DM. I don't care. Is both at Carlman Turner, which is in the chat now. And I will personally be DMing another one shot on September 21st, same time, 6 p.m. Mountain Time. And then I'm also going to be playing next week on Friday a one shot that Lukalok is running. It's completely random for part of our TPK Con. That is a 2-day event. You should absolutely come and check that out. It's going to have panels and one-shots and all that good stuff. More information on the website, because I am not super well-versed this late at night at all of our showtimes and things. But check it out. It's real good stuff. Let's go ahead and get some closing comments and some outros from all of our characters, and thank everybody for playing. Do you want to start us off, Tilly?
Sure. So, hey guys, once again, Dev Develops here, playing your friendly neighborhood automaton Tilly. Thanks so much for sticking with us through our hijinks, and I look forward to seeing myself personally how the next group does this.
You good?
All right. What about Relurin down there?
Hello, everybody. Turk. I was playing Relurin Ferngrove, or Hillbilly Wood Elf. Oh boy, I'm so sorry. There was threads here, and we just burned them all. It was beautiful. I've got so many songs ready. I just didn't use any of them. It's even better. I am Turk with an accent on all the important social medias, which is to say just Twitter, and Twitch. Not that I stream. And I will be I will be on TBK a bunch coming up. This Saturday is the most recent one with Bards of Frayne. Get hype. Very excited. And then this next Tuesday for Harper's. And then I will be running a one-shot on the 23rd. So the 23rd.
I wonder who'll be in that one.
Yeah, Last Flame of Gilliton. It's gonna be great. I'm probably gonna kill Dev for this, so it's gonna be good. It'll be poetic.
I'm gonna break those in half just a little bit, and just like on stream personally to say thanks to Mr. Rogers Bloodstained Sweater for his 3,000 bits. Like, thank you for that. I really appreciate it. And I agree with Dev Develops. Hell of an energy. Glad to have people who are active and excited in the chat. So please come by anytime. Always a good time. Gary, you wanna?
Hi, I'm Bryan. You can find me nowhere because I have no social media. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be in the next one shot by J.K. Madigan, Mark Borg. Hopefully this time I will try not to play a melee since I feel like I have a lot of repressed anger.
Oh, that's the one to take out the anger on.
All right, so here comes Gary 2.0, you guys, even worse.
Gary too.
But thank you guys so much for joining. I'll see y'all when I see y'all.
All right. Rilton.
I am Nerd Warldo. I played as Rilton, the Earth Genasi druid. I don't think I mentioned that at the beginning. I apologize. He was an Earth Genasi. Yep. I am I am in the Tomb of Annihilation campaign on alternating Tuesdays. I don't believe I'm in anything else right now other than the 19th as in the character creation panel at 9 o'clock Central Time. Socials, just I don't have anything to shout out. And yeah, I thank you so much for watching.
Oh yeah, it's good to see everybody. Thanks again for coming by. Like Bryan had actually alluded to, the one shot on the 21st is going to be a little bit different for the whole TPK group, where it will not be 5th edition D&D, but instead my ever-growing love for indie RPGs. So we are starting off with the most ostentatious and popular currently, which is Morkborg. Oh yeah, it's going to be a hell of a time. But all of TPK's roleplay stuff is good. So we will let you get back to your nights. Have a good night, everybody. And we'll see you